Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Delita. I am Travis. It is Friday, the 10th or something like that.
September 10th.
Is it September?
It's January. January 10th. It's Friday. It's Smackdown time.
Okay.
Remember, Smackdown is on the USA Network, everybody.
Oh, no. I can't get it. There it goes. So, anyways, it's happening.
They're giving some rehash trash of what happened over Raw and NXT, probably. Oh, wait, just Raw.
Just Raw for this week. And that NXT stuff, probably.
Piccola says it's Friday, y'all. And Sophie's in the chat as well. Says, hi, how was your week? It's been pretty good, I guess. And Piccola says, why does Shinsuke look like a 1960s jazz artist? Somebody has to do it. Might as well be him. Sophie's like, here's where you already looked at numbers, but Sophie's blurting out the 4.9 million people watched Raw on Netflix this past Monday. That's a huge success. One, that number is incorrect. That is not the right number of actual people that watched Raw, because there's no way to find out the actual number of people that watched Raw.
It's such a weird way they do it. So they take the total amount of time that was watched, and they divide it by how long the episode is.
Right.
It's like,
also, the only way people could watch Raw was on Netflix across the whole world.
Right, which was
so I don't give a flying fuck what people in England watched, Australia, India, China, Japan, Germany, France, wherever. I do not care who or what or why or when there. All I care is views in the United States. And I bet you anything.
Well, they're trying to say that
4.9 is including everybody worldwide.
It is.
Not people in just the United States.
Right. It was like 2.5 or something. 2.4.
So about a normal Raw. Literally a normal Raw.
On steroids. But yeah, like...
A little bit extra.
If that Raw would have been on USA Network, it would have got the same amount of views in the United States.
Yes.
Which is pretty impressive. Meaning that everybody that would have watched Raw on USA already had Netflix, so Netflix to gain no money in the United States.
Yep, exactly. Sophie says rumors are Rock versus Cody is off the table for WrestleMania.
That's awesome.
Good. I don't want Rock anywhere near Cody.
Right.
In any way possible. The fucking crap that they pulled when it came to begin with ruined everything.
Right. Why would they even think about doing that in the first place? Makes no sense. There's no bloodline storyline.
No, there's not.
That's a bloodline storyline.
Yep. Robbie's in the chat. Hey, Robbie says big up the 3-hour crew. Whoa. Chris Akane is also in our chat. Hey, Chris says, hey, guys. Sophie says India doesn't have Netflix yet. I don't care, Sophie. I don't give a shit. I was just naming countries, and it was one of the ones that popped into my head.
Some of them do. India will be on Netflix soon, and a few other... But India is a huge nation. But... Don't forget, the reason they don't have it on Netflix is because their country already has it on television. So it's already there.
Piccola says, oh, look, rehash trash. Yeah, basically. And Chris says, damn it, my Longhorns down a touchdown, but we will win. Yes, if anybody's interested, the Cotton Bowl is on right now. It's Ohio State versus Texas.
You're not going to win with passes like that.
Ohio State has already gotten some points on the board, but it's almost the first quarter's almost over. So in all reality, it's about like watching the one we watched yesterday. If anybody's interested.
Notre Dame did win. So whoever wins this game plays Notre Dame in the national championship on Inauguration Day, which is the 20th of January.
Robbie's like, go on with these ratings. Wrestling is making a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback.
Sophie says, I wonder how many of those people watched Raw for the first time and how many of those fans are watching Raw for the first time after a while.
That's a good question.
One will never know.
Like I said, I bet you 500 new people.
Right.
That was my guess, was 500. Since we all get to just guess.
Ravi says, so what is the big build in WWE then? I have no idea, but Paul Heyman's out here blabbering at people.
Listen, so this is what I saw on Twitter. I thought it was hilarious, so I screenshotted it. So this is what they have as a WrestleMania card. Are you guys ready for this? Now, this is just some rando on the internet. So,
good, I like randos.
Night 1, Match 1, Roman Reigns versus Jacob Fatu. So we already know it's bullshit because Roman ain't going first, but we'll just pretend. Match 2, Bianca Belair versus Nikki Bella. Match 3, Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. What the fuck would we want that for?
I have no idea.
Anyways, match 4, that Valkyria, whatever her name is.
Valkyria?
Yeah, versus Asuka. It's an Intercontinental title match. Andrade versus...
They'll have an Asuka come back, huh?
Andrade versus Carmelo Hayes. United States title match. Wait, who would be the champion?
Who is it? Carmelo Hayes and who?
Andrade.
So they're going to say that Andrade is going to beat Shinsuke Nakamura?
I'm just reading it off here. Then we got Naomi versus Jade Cargill, which would be trash. If they did that to Jade for a WrestleMania match, I would be very disappointed. The Usos versus Solo Sikoa and the Tiny Tongan. And then we got Chelsea Green versus Piper Niven for the United States title, which doesn't make any sense to me either. And then Charlotte Flair in the main event, or night 1, sorry, it's not the main event. Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton for the women's title. That's night 1. That fucking train wreck. That wouldn't even be worth watching.
I wouldn't watch it. I'd be like, dude, I've given up on WrestleMania. What they got going night 2? If that really were, if that was actually the matches, I'd be done. I'd be like, no, thank you.
Oh, wait, no, it get worse.
Cody Rhodes is coming out, by the way.
Right, nobody cares. So, night 2, Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton opening the show for the Universal Championship. Second match of the night is Seth Rollins versus CM Punk, last man standing match. Third match is Braun Breaker versus Tiny Tim or whatever for the Intercontinental title. That is Ilya Dragunov.
He's going to be back, huh?
I guess he'd be back. And this is this world. Then Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. Why? There's no title. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, women's tag title ladder match. It says women's. But that's a bunch of dudes. Anyways, it just says a women's tag title match. Mm-hmm. They don't have anything else there. But anyways, then they have Motor City Machine Guns versus DIY versus Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly for the men's tag team titles. And then Rhea Ripley versus Io Sky for the women's championship, which would be just absolute trash. Io's done nothing to get there. And then the main event would be Gunther versus John Cena.
Good God.
That's a leaked card from WWE itself.
It is not. That is some weirdo on the internet's prediction of what they think the matches should be for WrestleMania.
So, basically, give us your predictions of who's going to main event WrestleMania this year.
Basically, it's nobody's that they think should have TV fucking time on WrestleMania because dumb fuck Triple H has made it into a participation shit where everybody gets a chance. Good God. It really is quite astounding to me that WrestleMania used to actually mean something. Like, you strive to be on WrestleMania, and now they just let everybody on it. So it's not even that impossible dream of reaching for the stars type of situation. It's not. It's just everybody gets to do it. So what the fuck difference does it make? The lamest fucking thing ever. I don't even want to watch it. And when people are like, oh, I get so excited for WrestleMania, I'm like, why? It's nothing special at this point. The last 3 years, it has been garbage. Like, it has been absolutely nothing special whatsoever.
Well, hopefully Triple H makes it just 5 matches a night.
And makes it so it's very, like, exclusive. Like, you better be the fucking best of the best of what the fuck is happening in your fucking storyline in life for you to be on that shit.
Right. I don't want to see Carmelo Hayes or fucking Andrade or Nikki Bella. Or what's her name? The Naomi.
Participation trophy shit all up on one side and down the other. Ugh.
Tag team title match should be on the Friday before, as the tag team titles don't matter.
Oh, he wants to fight him for the championship. Paul Heyman's yakking about. Robbie says, so what is the big build in WWE then? I think I read that and you read that. Sophie says Gunther versus Logan Paul and John Cena versus Cody Rhodes are rumored for Mania. Sophie says 4.9 million people worldwide. That's what I said. It'd have to be a worldwide number.
Did you just say Gunther versus Cody?
Gunther versus Logan Paul.
Oh.
John Cena versus Cody. Sophie's saying they're rumored.
Okay. Wouldn't it be better to have John Cena versus Gunther? And I'm just throwing this out there just so Cena could win.
Wouldn't you want him to win?
Well, wouldn't you want him to get that 17?
I don't know if he's retiring and this is retirement tour, what he's going to have it for 7 months and then be done.
Whatever. I mean, even that, somebody could cash in or something. I don't know.
Well, they don't do anything in December. So you have 7 months after April.
Oh.
To fucking somebody get shit done and him not to have the title anymore.
Oh, shit, this fucking guy.
It'd probably be this fucking guy.
Just not what I could think. Wrestling couldn't get worse. Kevin Owens shows up. Just kidding, actually, like Kevin. But this
story of what he's doing reminds me of the garbage that he did with Roman Reigns, and it annoys me.
He kissed your ass and rubbed your Eve.
Feels like Cody time, and Sophie said I could see some of those matches that Travis is talking about could happen. Sophie said Charlotte, Becky, and Bliss are all scheduled to return soon.
I did see Bliss is supposed to come back. If she comes back as a fucking dark weirdo, I'm done. Like, not done with wrestling, but just... she's done in my head.
Chris says, I'm sorry, but if Paul Heyman is out there with you, that means you cannot talk. Riley says, D, that's disappointing. The WrestleMania, what a way to ruin a good pay-per-view. Sophie says, it sounds like Malachi Black could be on his way back to the WWE since he is rumored to be done with AEW.
His problem is his mental health.
Nikki Bella. Yeah, that's true. He does have a lot of issues.
And that's what worries me the most about him, is he doesn't have a very good state of mind.
I think that's why Tony Storm couldn't come back either.
And so...
they need to have, like, a psychiatrist on hand for him. They have their little therapy issues. So if somebody booed him in the audience and they cried about it, they had somebody to talk to about their feelings.
Right. That's not what I'm talking about. But anyway,
that's what I'm talking about.
Right. That's what you were saying. So, look behind
Poor Paul.
Little Twinkie tits there in the ring all acting scared.
Well, the Usos and Sammy should be somewhere to help him.
They should pile drive him through a table.
They can't do that again.
No, that was a power bomb. A pile driver might put him out forever.
Come on. He talks okay.
Fuck that.
Dude. I feel like he gained a whole bunch of weight while
he's
he was
a big
gone,
fat piece of shit. Nobody likes Paul Heyman anymore. He's done. Roman doesn't need him. They don't need him in this story stuff anymore. Brock's not around. Although Brock could show up now.
So this is how you do it, right? This way, Roman doesn't have to show his face all the time. You have somebody else do it, right? You guys complain about these fuckers being on or not on TV, yet they're not represented. At least Paul Heyman's out there representing him. At least you don't forget who he is or where he went or how it happened.
Right. Anyways, sorry, got off topic because there actually is wrestling on. But the problem with Malachi Black is his mental health. And if you bring him back, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it.
No.
But you could never put the company on him, right? You could never stack the weight of the whole company on top of him. So you're bringing him back, but you have to bring him back with the realization that he is going to be a United States champion one day or an Intercontinental champion one day. You can't bring him back with the idea that he is the future of wrestling. And hopefully my words age ill and people remember this and post
come
it
back
on the
and point it
internet.
at you and be like, this didn't age well.
And he's the oldest,
longest
reigning champion
most
in the
amazing
history.
tiny boy champion ever invented.
His black mass is the greatest move, and every kid does it in grade school. And
for at least 12 years.
Who the fuck's this nerd?
Oh my god, he totally ruined that poor ref's life.
Well, I hope.
Oh wait, if he really is a ref. I can't tell.
Yeah.
Are these security people or refs? I don't know what's happening.
They're refs. Security
They forgot to put the refs in the actual black and white stuff, so nobody knows if they really are or not. Maybe they should put on the back of their jersey, referee. And then everybody would really know if
Cody's coming back, so is Cody going to come back and help?
So did Cody come back because he beat the shit out of him, or did he not quite get him?
Who knows?
Oh, God, that
but
poor
he is
guy.
coming back. Jacob versus Cody would be a good match. Like a long-term feud. I'm okay with that. This feud here. I'd watch it. It'd be better than Roman versus Fatu. It's Triple H. He's like, you guys look the same, so we want you to wrestle each other.
Right. Robbie says Nikki Bella should stay at home. Because Sophie had said Nikki Bella hinted that she could come back to the WWE. Robbie says, what's the point of Cody coming out if he only speaks BS? And Sophie says, wow, the men's Royal Rumble is stacked. We could see Roman versus Cody 3 at Mania.
I did hear that we could also see Ric Flair in the Royal Rumble. And if that's the case, that adds that wild card, right? Like, if Ric Flair can win that and go on to WrestleMania and wrestle John Cena, and the winner of that, because they're tied at 16 championship, the winner of that match could wrestle Cody and Gunther in a triple threat. Winner takes all. Ric Flair could be the unified world champion again.
Good God. Chris, that's... Oh, shit.
You don't like that? Look at this power. It's a lot of strength right there.
I bet they're plastic.
Oh, no. That's real power. How much is that? That'd probably weigh over 1,000 pounds. Look at that pinky. Holy shit. Effortless power.
Chris says, oh shit, Roman winning Rumble. Hopefully Joe Hendry eliminates him. The crowd will be shocked. Sophie said the men's Rumble has Roman, CM Punk, Jey Uso, and John Cena in it. That's it? Just those guys?
No Hogan?
That's sad. Robbie's like, so no big build then? Great answer. Sophie says if Cena wins the Rumble, he will tie with Stone Cold Steve Austin with 3 Rumble wins. Robbie says, Bliss, just stay at home. And Piccolo is like, oh. And Robbie says, this segment is giving me gas. This talking isn't good. Bronson is in the chat. Hey, Bronson, good to see you tonight. Says, how's it going? Happy Friday. Hey, happy Friday, Bronson. How are you doing? How was your week, Bronson? Chris says, yeah, Toni Storm literally was going to be champ in WWE. It's just she didn't want to be humiliated on national TV. Kind of your job. But she didn't want to go over Charlotte. I don't get it. Robbie says, I don't know where this Paul Heyman storyline is going. WWE have no real direction. And Chris says, yes, but Malachi Black versus Gunther for title.
No.
No, thank you.
No, he doesn't have it.
Piccolo says, security got a glow up. Still getting their ass kicked. Sophie says, at least the whole Liv Rhea feud is done with it dragged on too long as it has been almost a year.
Oh, yeah.
Is it done? I feel like they aren't going to make it done.
Hopefully it's done and, like, done. And Liv goes away to pasture. Maybe back to NXT for a couple years.
Sophie says, do you think Cena will get number 17?
Ha ha ha. That's hilarious.
Feels like so catching up on the flip back and forth with a cotton bowl. Us too.
I'm watching the Cotton Bowl here. Ohio State was marching down the field. I don't know what happened. Looks like they're punting.
They're starting the second quarter, and it's still 7-0 Ohio State. Sophie says John Cena could win the championship at SummerSlam. And have it for 4 months. Bronson says when Josh Peck was born, his dad was in his 60s and his mom was in her 40s. His mom raised him and his dad chose not to be a part of his life. His dad passed away back in 2013.
Ah, nice. I have no idea who you're talking about.
Who's Josh Peck?
Is that a famous person?
It must be a celebrity, I'm sure.
Is it a musician? Kind of sounds familiar. Oh, wait, no, that's a band called Beck.
Beck. Chris says Penta versus Gunther. Penta was a former Impact champion. How about no?
No. Penta's not a star. Like, we watched him in I want to say NXT. AEW for years. He wasn't even the best guy on his tag team. I love him, by the way. And I want that tag team to be in WWE, so I'm excited for it. So I'm just hoping they kind of keep him in the side, use him a little bit. He's going to go up against Chad Gable this next week. Just stuff like that. Just work him through that circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a Tozawa. Maybe Otis.
Good God. Because, like, my buddy showed me pics of the Winter Wonderland they have in North Alabama, about 5 inches of snow. Can you send it to me? I want to see these pictures, Picola. Can you forward the picture on Instagram? Hopefully Walter's okay.
Oh, that's LA!
I know
he threw his ass outside. Shut the door.
I put his ass outside.
Holy shit, that was Jacob for 2. He threw his ass outside.
Well, his momentum helped him, so.
Uh-oh, Reckoning's in the ring.
Oh, good. Garbage. Like the garbage is there. That's fantastic.
She needs to show her boobs off more than her legs, because that's not nothing to look at.
This is that match? Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, Chelsea.
Chelsea better fucking keep that title for a long time.
I mean, obviously Triple H can do weird shit, but Chelsea only loses this if there's, like, something wrong with her. She's broken.
Right.
But hopefully Vince McMahon's back next Monday. That's what I'm hoping for.
How funny would that be?
Can
People
you
would just
imagine
have a
if Vince
meltdown.
shows up on Monday night fucking
Everybody
Raw?
would just have a freaking meltdown. All you people out there that were all like, I hate Vince McMahon. Oh my God, he's back. How dare he?
But
He's a terrible
Chelsea
person.
is very revealing tonight. And we do get her with the belt if we order it? Or we
I don't think that's how that works. Piper Niven looking pretty snazzy and snatched
She's
tonight.
looking like
Good for
security.
her. She is. That's pretty funny.
Whatever the
That's
piece
awesome.
said.
I pledge allegiance to Chelsea Green.
The United States champion against the country of Canada, or not Canada, sorry. She is from Canada, but she is an American now. She's an honorary American. She's more American than that one. That one is from California, and California, I don't even know if it's part of the United States anymore.
I'd be surprised if it
With
really
the
was.
Emperor Gavin Newsom.
Ah, yeah, that guy. So he says
That was
Malachi
insane.
Black, wife of Selena Vega in the WWE, his mental health could be a little bit better, and he is a Triple H guy.
Wait a second,
That
though.
doesn't mean anything.
But is he like a Jimmy Uso whose mental health goes down when they're around their wife?
Mm-hmm.
Like Jimmy Uso, right when his wife came back, he took a hiatus.
People, it says Penta for Ricochet is a pretty even exchange. I think Penta's a little bit better, but yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean,
guess
I would
even.
trade Ricochet for Penta every day of the week.
Sophie says, did you hear one of the lawsuits against Vince was drop tape? All of the lawsuits.
The big one.
The one that was the
Hold on
big
a
thing
second.
you all were having a meltdown about.
There is no lawsuit dropped. It was the criminal charges that were dropped. Not a lawsuit. That wasn't a lawsuit. There was no lawsuit. That was a criminal trial that was going on. Or not a trial, but an investigation that was going on. Because they wanted to make sure his hush money stuff wasn't paid for by company funds, because if it was, that is against the law. But there was no negligence on his half, so he's done. It's over.
Yep.
Now he doesn't have to worry about going to jail.
They can't go back and try to do it again.
Yeah, it's over.
Bronson says Josh Peck was in a show called Drake and Josh on Nickelodeon. Him and Drake Bell were the main characters of the show. The show was named after them, of course, because they had great chemistry.
Is he the one that got raped?
He might have been.
Yeah, that was sad. He was the one that I think he's the one that got raped.
The older one? Or the smaller one of the two?
Yeah, the little
I don't
kid.
remember.
That wasn't fat.
I remember we watched that whole thing about him.
Yeah,
that
was on that Nickelodeon.
I don't think it was him, because I don't think his parents were that old. Beagle says, sure. Killer says, hey. And then Ravi said, I bleed liquid gold.
It's the other one then. So he must have been the heavy set one. The one
Maybe.
that we're talking about, the pack.
the heavyset one.
Yeah.
Because the other
'Cause it was
one,
Drake
the smaller one was the one that
The
was...
Drake, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, Drake's the one that was molested. S.A. Gab again.
Damn. When was the last time, Piccola, that they got that much snow up there in North Alabama? That's crazy. Look how much snow they got in northern Alabama. That's insane.
I love it. I mean, for them. Hopefully they're okay. That's more than us this year.
I know, it's sad. I know that Walter said that they were getting a storm, and he's in Georgia. But I don't know how his storm went. He said he might lose power, so he might not be here tonight. But I was hoping that he wouldn't. He'd be here, so hopefully he does have power. Did you say Monkey Ninja?
Spider Monkey Ninja, yes.
Oh my god.
It's because it's Jackie Chan.
Is it? Jackie Chan?
Is that not Jackie Chan?
I have no idea.
It looked fun.
I would rather see movies with what's-his-face in it.
Jet Li.
Still,
though?
Yeah, I'm sure he can do pretty good stuff still.
I like both of them, but yeah.
Jackie Chan's just getting kind of old. Like, his other
Pretty
stuff
sure
is
they're
great,
the
but...
same age.
No, they're not. Not even close.
Anyways, Chelsea Green is wrestling Michim, or what we call Reckoning, or whatever you want to call her.
I call her Garbage.
Does she have another name, too?
Garbage. Mia Yum.
Mia Yim. Yeah, so
Garbage.
She got all three names. She's like
got
Mankind, or whatever.
It's garbage.
We get it. She's trash. Everybody knows that she's not good.
Garbage.
Now we're just working about her names.
Garbage. Oh.
She's Mankind.
Robbie says, how dare you insult that poor man?
Buddy, I can insult that man any day of the week. He's a doofus.
Robbie says, I bleed liquid gold and slur speech in a cryptic code, my feet slipping on this twisted road. Only the mystic knows the lone figure in the distance, no bigger than the sum of his encryptions. Wow, spitting lyrics. Sophie says, most of the former AEW stars are in NXT. Bronson says, Josh Peck's parents used to work together. His dad had a whole other family before he was born. Josh has some half-brothers and sisters he's never met before.
Nice.
Sophie says, I like the ref's new outfit. It is kind of like old school meets new school. And Chris says, LOL, Chelsea Green is Miss Tess Mocker ring gear from TNA. Okay.
Miss Tessmacher. So Miss Tessmacher, isn't that Brooke something? Brooke. She was from Texas. I can't remember her full name. I just see her on this guy's chiropractic page.
That's weird.
Well, no, she doesn't get cracked.
Oh. Sophie says Braun Strowman said he missed the last couple weeks because of a bad flu. Huh. A lot of people have that problem.
I feel like
I have a broken finger?
Yeah.
Ouch. Ooh. Caca.
It's on his left hand, though, so he's fine.
That's still no fun.
He's a quarterback.
Oh my god. That looks terrible.
It's fine.
He's got a gangloid cyst happening on his hand.
Gangloid. He's got mongoloidism on his knuckle.
No, it's a gangloid cyst. It's actually a cyst that happens inside of the fluid of your joints. Usually on your wrist it'll happen. It'll be a big bump. Mm-hmm. And certain things will just make it come out. And then to get rid of it, you just whack it with a book really hard and then it'll go away for a little while.
Maybe they'll whack it on the sideline.
Maybe. With a big giant buck.
Guarantee they have a surgeon sitting on the sideline. No doubt about it.
People's like, this is so blue heavy. Sophie says, but isn't Ric Flair signed with AEW though?
Woo!
Is he?
Woo! Rick can do whatever he wants.
I don't think he's really signed with AEW though.
Rick has freedom to do what he wants.
Oh my god, I think her shirt's coming apart.
With
or
that
her pants. Or
pull
her
that
shirt.
thread.
Oh, it's her shoe.
Yeah.
Oh no, she's pulling a Liv.
Yeah, she's got the Liv Morgan going. Next champion. Here we go.
Robbie says, or the extent of his convictional sip vitamin-enriched liquid diction and digest fiction for culture. I'm force-fed. Prose a monster, my head and neck connected by a bolt trying to hold things together.
Boom.
And Pickle says, hello, Piper Nevin. She's a sparkly bodyguard, isn't she, though?
Why is she shaking nothing? Isn't that like an insult to anybody with a butt?
I don't know what that is, but it's gross and I hate it. And I want somebody to tell her on Instagram and Twitter how disgusting she really is.
Get her, Chelsea! Sure, what a butt looks like.
Something.
You know, if I dream about that butt tonight, I'm going to be disgusted. Wake up all sick.
Feels like anything Disney Nickelodeon that happened in the 2000s seemed so popular, but has been tarnished by all the essay documentaries. True. Feels like maybe 9 to 10 years. Bronson says before Josh Peck was in Drake and Josh, he was on a show called The Amanda Show, which was also on Nickelodeon.
Was that Amanda Barnes?
Probably. Picola says Mia Yim's last persona, Dudette Adora. Tessmacher is a smoke show. I probably don't remember any good matches she did, though.
Her name was Brooke something. I'm pretty sure that's who Tessmacher was.
Bronson says Josh Peck was also in a Disney movie called Max Keeble's Big Movie. He played one of the main character's best friends in the movie. Pico says hello, more a fan of the Beautiful People back in TNA mid-2000s.
Dude, TNA, let's just admit, they had some smoke shows on that. A lot of them. Not just one. They had several women that were other level.
Robbie says, Drake and Josh, I remember watching that. It was funny at the time, but I wouldn't recommend watching it if you haven't seen it. Bronson says Josh Peck also played one of the bullies in a movie called Drillbit Taylor. Drillbit is an Owen Wilson movie.
Now, didn't he lose all of his weight? And I remember him being in a movie. That guy that we're talking about.
Yeah. So he says, poor LA with all the fires going on.
I don't know if I could ever feel bad for LA, but...
Pico's like, I've noticed Cannonball in the corner is being used so much more in matches now.
Roll her through, Chelsea!
Get her! Hold on to her pants.
Raise it up, Chelsea Green with the dub!
Good for you, Chelsea. Grabbing the tights on her non-ass. I'm surprised her pants didn't come completely off.
Chelsea Green looks like $1 million in her U.S. gear. What the hell's going on? Get her, Piper. What the fuck's she doing? Poor loser. Poor loser. Get her, Piper. Stomp a hole in her fucking ass. Poor loser. That's what security does.
She's like, beat me up on the outside, bitch. I'll show you.
She hit her from behind. Hopefully that's over. We never see Meacham on TV ever again.
Oh, God. That's probably...
Or whatever word you want to use for her.
So it says a lot of people have died with the LA fires.
Really? I did not know that. I knew 6 did.
Is that a lot of people, Sophie? You know, the hundreds upon hundreds who died in the Hurricane Helene stuff? The people who died in the Maui fire in Hawaii that nobody gave a shit about at the time?
Didn't some people just literally just disappear? Like they jumped in the ocean and...
Yeah, now they're gone forever.
Their bodies were never seen.
Harley's in the chat. Hey, Harley. Says, hello, everyone. Richard's in the chat. Says Tony Storm has the finest anus east of the Mississippi. Well, I don't think so. Her ass is wide, but it sure ain't bubbly.
Ew. Yeah, no. Tony's...
Bronson says the Amanda Show starred Amanda Bynes. And Sophie says TNA was good in the beginning, but I don't know what happened. Kind of what AEW is now.
Now, did Amanda get a bunch of abuse, too? Because she did lose it, right? Like, didn't she, like, mentally... break down in life, Amanda Barnes?
She had a meltdown.
Yeah, like a real, like, she's still not normal, right?
Yeah, she'll never be. She's gone all cray-cray.
Or is that just from her prior life, before she was famous?
No, that's her famous life issues and meltdown. Yeah.
Do you remember how little Angel Garza was?
Yeah, I know. We were like, oh, he's such a small guy.
And now he's like the biggest guy out there. And now he's like big
compared to some of the other ones.
I love wrestling. They're like, I got an idea.
We know how we'll make it even. We'll make all the other ones little, and then the little guys will look big. Right. And then pretty soon the little ones will look big because we'll put littler ones in there.
Look at the GM's the biggest one out of all of them. That's even funnier. Love it. Like a tournament. And then the winners face each other. What is he, the next Tarzan? Grayson Waller?
What about him?
The next Tarzan?
I think so. He's a weirdo. So it says TNA was. Oh, I read that. People's like, what do you know? Our friend connecting people through wrestling out front and center. I didn't catch them. I was probably looking at the chat and reading, so I didn't quite catch them when everything was
Electra
happening.
Lopez. Thank you for being out here. I appreciate you. No, you're no Zelina Vega, but you still look good.
Feels like I need a list, Sophie. Bronson says Jerry Trainer, who plays Spencer in the Nickelodeon show iCarly, used to work at SeaWorld when he was 15. He was one of the vendors who walked up and down the stadium selling drinks and snacks.
The young kid?
He was 15 when he did it.
Or the guy that had the black hair?
He played Spencer in the Nickelodeon show iCarly.
I understand. I've seen it. I just don't know which one Spencer is.
Me neither.
So it's either... Thanks. So is it the kid that is like the videographer, or is it the older brother? Because he could have been 50 when he first started. He's kind of the goofy. You've seen it. We watched it 1,000 times. McKenna, the older goofy brother.
I think so.
And then there was the nerdy kid that did the camera work.
Pico says, give me names alphabetically and or by age, right? TNA lost its swag once Bischoff and Hogan took over booking. Speaking of big, freaking Aldous is huge, bro.
Yeah.
Where are they tonight? I didn't catch.
I can't remember if I remember.
I haven't seen or caught where they're at, sorry. Bronson says when Jerry Trainer worked at SeaWorld, he was selling churros. He got a fist fight with a very hungry seagull. And Pico says, oh, right behind the broadcast team on your military left. Perfect. I will look. I was like, was TNA a big deal?
No. But it was alright. I mean, it was a very good option for the wrestlers once Vince bought out WCW and there was nothing else. There was literally nothing at the time. As ECW and WCW were both gone, there really was nothing else. And so TNA, it had a lot of potential. It just never really took off. They kind of went the other route. They kind of almost went like an indie scene rather than keeping it, you know, like professional wrestling. And they had a weird ring, and I think it turned off a lot of wrestling fans that had already been watching it for 20 years. And so they had to build their own fan base. By the way, they ended up still getting rid of that ring. Oh, did you see his ankle? Oh, shit.
Number 44s?
Yeah.
I didn't. I wasn't looking. I was looking up.
That might be the end of his night.
Bronson says Jerry Trainer played Miranda Cosgrove's older brother in iCarly.
I don't know that. But...
Nathan Kress played the nerdy kid in iCarly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Jerry Trainer also played a character named Crazy Steve in Drake and Josh. Piccolo says the biggest deal out of TNA was AJ Styles. That's about it.
Samoa Joe. But yeah. 100%. I mean...
Bobby says, wow, had credit. WCW had credit, but shame a lot of wrestlers jumped ship to WWE.
They had no choice.
They didn't have a...
It got
You're funny,
blocked.
Robbie. What's the matter that they jumped ship? They didn't have a
Seriously,
choice.
that was the saddest wrestling day ever. If you were a wrestling fan at that time, it will obviously it's exciting because you're like, oh, I get dream matches. But in reality, looking back, it's the saddest. It's the darkest day in wrestling history.
Piccolo says, oh, and cough, cough. They had a pretty racist gimmick with Rookie Okada. Ew, that's not good. Don't do that. He says, nah, in my opinion, when Eddie died.
What about Eddie?
WCW losing credit, maybe?
Eddie wasn't in WCW.
Okay.
I mean, he was.
Maybe it's
younger.
the TNA one. I don't know.
Yeah, Eddie,
whatever you guys were talking about.
Eddie was definitely never in TNA. Probably he's trying to say that was the darkest time for wrestling. I'm saying the darkest time was when they lost a whole company And he's talking about when Eddie died.
Mm.
Yeah, Eddie's death, tragic. I mean, and it's a dark part of wrestling, the drug use and all that. It still didn't ruin a whole company.
Did he die out there in the ring?
No.
Well, then it's not the saddest. I would have to say the saddest one was that Hart guy who fucking literally died in the ring. That's pretty fucking sad and messed up.
Okay, I get it. But it still wasn't a whole company crumbled after it happened.
No, nobody crumbled.
That's what I'm talking about. The saddest thing.
And the only reason why the company crumbled was because it got bought out. That's different.
Right.
It's not like somebody died or threw up or got hacked up to death in the middle of the ring or something. And, oh no, that's why our company went downhill after that.
Did you just say threw up? Died. Threw up? I mean, hacked themselves.
Well, I mean, it's seriousness, right? I mean, like, looking at from an outsider's point of view, I'm just kind of like, well, wouldn't you think somebody dying in the middle of the ring probably would have been a little bit more, oh my god, like, that's a pretty bad day. Like, nah, you know what? It was really bad when, I mean, now, stains upon wrestling, yes. Horrible that Eddie Guerrero died the way he died or whatever issues he had, yada, yada, blah, blah.
The British Bulldog
died. Chris Benoit, his shit and the crap he pulled really put a stain upon wrestling.
The murder of Bruiser Brody.
There's so many things that could be construed as stains upon wrestling itself, not just necessarily companies or whatever you want to say.
People.
Not people, like not programs, but wrestling not companies, but yeah, promotions. Whether they were the Texas people or they were, the Southern blah blah blah, or they were part of the New York people or whatever, right? Whatever, doesn't matter.
The territories.
Like the things that happened in wrestling that affected wrestlers across every single brand, promotion, company are things like guys dying in the fucking ring. Like, that shit is scary fucking crap.
Like when Rey killed a guy?
Rey killed a guy down in Mexico. I mean, I bet you they probably still talk about that stuff in Mexican wrestling. And people making the decisions they make in life. Chris Benoit. And other things. But, yeah. But downfalls of companies... that shit happens when people just want money and they get greedy and shit gets bought out and paid and blah, blah, blah.
Right, you would think it would be greed, but it was the opposite of greed.
I get it. I'm just
Ted
saying
Turner
as
was
an
done,
example.
And
I'm
he was
not
retiring,
why.
And his company that bought it's like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
And so they just wrote it off and sold it to whoever wanted it.
Robbie says, what I meant, it was a shame WCW didn't carry on. And then he says, anyway, do you never watch WCW? So, doesn't mean I can't have an opinion. Bronson says, Jerry Traynor shared that story on Conan O'Brien's show about him working at SeaWorld and getting into a fist fight with a very hungry seagull. He sounds like he's a comedian, so it makes sense. Pico is like, saddest day in wrestling history. It blew me away and says, oh, yeah, good point, D. Oh, there's a new Shudder movie with Chris Jericho being demonic or something.
Hell yeah, Chris Jericho is turning into an A-lister.
Well, you gotta, when you jump from Terrifier to, that stuff.
Oh, that is crazy. He's gonna be
he got murdered in that show. I saw it.
Yeah, but he'll come back. He'll be born again.
Bronson, it says Robin Williams was born on July 21st, 51. His parents were 16 years apart. His dad was born in 1906, and his mom was born in 22. Robbie says Humberto has got better in the ring, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he's been around for so long. You're hoping that something like that might happen to Dominik Mysterio, that one day he might be good.
Pico says about people who purchase tickets and seen those wrestling deaths live in the ring, so damn traumatic. Oh, definitely.
And then the weird part about it, though, is like, how traumatic... Okay, let's just pretend. So we're watching wrestling.
Are we there?
And we're there live.
Okay, we're there live. Okay,
so we're all hanging out and wrestling's happening and homeboy comes down and plummets to his death, right? And he dies. But you don't know he's dead because they rush the ring and they take him off and they get him out of there.
Oh, you'd know he was dead. If they did all that, I'd be like, that guy's dead.
Well, he wasn't dead. He died on the way to the hospital. Oh,
he's dead.
But he's dead, right? And then you hear that he died. Like, the news starts to circulate that he died through the stands as it's happening. The show continued. Right? So, like, that was at the beginning of the show. It was like the first fucking segment. And so, there was a whole 3-hour pay-per-view that still happened.
What would be more horrible is the fact that those wrestlers that had to come out and put on an entertainment show for you nitwits
knew him,
knew his family, knew who he was as a person, knew he probably had died.
And still had to perform.
And still had to fucking perform, your little asshats out there.
Right, and so now you're
jerking off in the stands.
So you're a fan. Like, how traumatic could it be if, like, I mean, just imagine it. Like, any circumstance in life, I don't care what it is. You're there. It could be a football game. Running back, dead. And the game continues, and you watch another 3 hours of it, and you're like, Did
that guy die? What happened?
Like,
and then you hear later that the guy died. You'd be like...
Anything in life, though. There's
that's fucked up. I'm never giving my money to these people ever again.
There's no place in life
my immediate reaction.
That's ever happened. Think about that. Like, in war, you're hanging out with your friends, and one of them gets shot, and then you just go on playing soccer, or frisbee, or whatever the hell you're playing on the base. That's what I'm getting at. Like, there is no example in life where that has ever happened that I can come up with. Anybody?
Well, I mean, like, that it would be traumatic for...
Well, how could it be traumatic if it keeps going?
Well, the thing of it is it would be like, okay, you're watching this happening and people killing people.
Yeah.
And you're on the sidelines.
Yeah.
Like, watching it.
Uh-huh.
You know? Yes, it's traumatizing,
but
you're not in it.
Right, and
you're not the person on the field. You're not the person in the ring. You're not the person have to continue.
And then it keeps going.
It would be way more traumatic for them.
Right, and then it keeps going.
I mean, I guess if you were really close to the ring, it might be kind of traumatizing because you might have seen a little bit more. Like, I guess it depends on how much you saw and how much you were paying attention.
Right.
Because I look at it like this. Like, this shit's supposed to be entertaining. They have so many things going on that even though he's coming down the ring, they probably had shit happening in the ring at the time, too. And they're like, oh, here he comes, you know? And everybody's like, oh, there he is, you know? And people in the ring, they're still having a fight and everything, you know? You know? And you're like, oh, my God, he's doing his stunt he always does, you know? Because it's normal. And then it happens, and you're like, is this part of the show? Was that supposed to happen?
Right.
Because then you would think, oh, it's probably part of a story or something.
You would question it, being a wrestling fan. You'd question, like, oh, it's storyline.
Totally.
If they keep going...
You would totally think it was part of
the story. And they did.
And then at the end, they're like, we're sorry to inform you, but he died. What? Those people in the audience were probably like, oh my God, I just witnessed this guy die. Had no clue. Thought it was part of their fucking plan the whole time.
So as you're watching it, if you've never seen it, but as you're watching, because I watched, I was in high school, and I'm sitting there and like, everything's happening, and it's like the very beginning of the pay-per-view.
You actually showed me a clip of it.
They turn the cameras as fast as they can.
Yeah.
So no cameras facing the ring. And so you're just seeing the crowd, and they're all kind of like,
what's going on?
And then they cut right to the announcers. It's like Jim Ross and the King.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that. I can't remember if it was the King, but it's
and they're probably trying to keep their shit together.
Oh yeah,
the show must go on, everybody.
And they're watching and JR, you know, I know the word has been used and twisted now. Groom these kids, right? Like, but I know it's been turned into a naughty word, but it isn't necessarily. So, I mean, he's been with this kid since he was a youngster.
Well, his family grew up in wrestling, so he knew his whole family, and he knew him when he was a little boy.
He knew Brett. He knew everything about him, and then he's just watching this, and he's got to call, like, keep everybody calm, and, hey, you know, we just got word we're going to keep going with the show.
We can't stop it.
And so now we're going to keep going, and not only that, but as the matches are happening, Vince is in his ear and says, you know, Owen passed away on the way to the hospital. Oh, there's an arm drag, you know, like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
I think it would be more traumatizing for them. than the people in the audience.
And they can't go see him.
I mean, it's a different type of trauma, though. I mean, people can have secondhand trauma of things, right? I mean,
Right.
I'm not downplaying how people would feel in the audience. I'm just saying at the time, in the moment, you wouldn't have that reaction because those people that worked with him saw him carted off, watched him grow up, worked with him, did stuff with him, called his matches, all that. That would be more traumatizing for them to know that had happened.
Can you imagine if it happened now? Well, first of all, they would cancel it, but they'd
probably take 2 months off in mourning.
How many people would have recorded it?
Oh my god, you couldn't even crack down on it. You just have to let it happen.
There'd be like 14 videos.
Nobody knows how to not have their fucking phone in their face recording shit constantly. Instead of just enjoying what's happening. Deaths and all.
They'd be on Faces of Death.
Bronson says, my great-grandmother was born in 1919. She was my grandma's mom and my mom's grandma. She was my mom's mom's mom, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It does, bud. It does make sense.
That's pretty
My
cool.
great-grandmother, who was born in 1919, passed away in 2013. She was 93 when she passed away.
It's
That's
long,
about how
it's a good, sturdy life.
Travis's grandma, his grandma,
was
passed
born in
away.
23.
Was born in 23.
And she died at 97 and
So many
11 months.
She almost made it to 98.
L.A. Knight.
But yeah. Anyways, Piccolo says, I have noticed that. Can't remember which football player had been paralyzed and everyone immediately carried on. Was he left the field? I don't remember that. I remember something about that, but I couldn't tell you who the football player was.
I know there was a kid at Rutgers that got paralyzed in a game.
Or when it happened, I guess. Like, time frame.
I'm trying to remember if there was an NFL player. I felt like there was a few spinal injuries around the same time that were pretty bad.
Sorry, buddy.
I don't know if it was an NFL one, but I know the one kid, I think he was at Rutgers. And that one was very, very sad. He was the one that, like, could finally walk or move or something. He's a young kid.
Mm-hmm.
And they, like, had him on ESPN quite a bit.
Yeah. Bronson says Robert De Niro's father, who was named Robert De Niro Sr., was born on May 3rd, 22, and passed away on May 3rd, 1993. He passed away on his birthday, of course.
Oh, well, interesting.
So interesting.
I wouldn't mind to die on my birthday.
Where are you going? You leaving? You're gonna play it back down? Okay.
Except for then I can't get the old Alice in Chains song because it's never gonna rain on the day I die.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna rain when I die.
Holy crap. They really haven't had any. Wow, it's almost the end of the second quarter. Yeah. And they still are at 7-0 Ohio State. Good God. Chris, I don't know if you're out there, but I'm sorry that your Longhorns are not doing well. I mean, they're doing well, but not.
Their defenses are doing great. This is like last night's game.
Yeah.
They ended up getting, it was 10-3 going into the half. And then Notre Dame just pulled away.
Pico was like, is LA Knight wanting a rematch? He is.
Yeah.
He is the champion against the champion, Shinsuke Nakamura. Did you forget he had hands? And LA Knight is his challenger tonight. That's happening, Piccola. He's thinking he's going to get it back.
How do you drop that?
He forgot he had hands.
Look at this.
What did you try to catch it with?
Oh.
Oh, no. He got messed up there. Oh, my God. Oh, he thought his knees were part of his hands.
How do you not catch the ball?
Dude.
Look at this. I got it. Oh, shit.
He literally kicked the ball out of his own hands. He made himself fumble. What a dork.
Fuck.
Good thing they call that an incomplete pass because otherwise...
By the way, we are on a full commercial.
We are waiting for Shinsuke Nakamura to come out for the championship rematch with him and LA Knight for the United States Championship Men Edition. We already saw the Women's Edition. Chelsea took out the trash and kicked it to the curb. I think what Piccolo was talking about blue was that they were all wearing blue. Like the trash was wearing like a lot of blue.
And the ring's blue.
And then the ring's blue and then Chelsea
why didn't they make the Smackdown ring a different color like they did the Raw ring?
Oh, I don't know, because I hope they change it because that fucking ring was dumb as fuck. I hated that black. Like, it made it so hard to, like, pay attention to what was happening. Oh, wait, I didn't want to pay attention anyways, so. It helped me not pay attention to what was happening.
You know, after being on Twitter, I couldn't believe how many people didn't like that. The whole Raw. And then I was thinking about it. I was like, it was fine. It was just too long.
It's just the same garbage that
Because
they always do.
Every match was a main event quality for a Raw.
Right. I mean, yeah, I get it. I know, I understand that. But once again, you're going to make us sit there for 3 hours listening to dumbasses talk. I don't care who they are. I don't care if it's The Rock or whatever other dumb you want to put out there in our faces. And, they had Rhea win crap and all that garbage. It's like,
2 commercials in a row.
But it's like, good God, I don't want to see this. Like, I don't care about these people.
Let's just make wrestling great.
Why do they have to talk so much? I mean, it's like good. Yeah, you came out there and talked for 5-10 minutes. Great.
Oh, that's why it was.
But they didn't. They didn't talk for 5-10 minutes. They came out and talked for like 35 minutes. And it's like, good God, man. I hate hearing your voice. He must love the fucking sound of his own goddamn fucking voice.
Everybody likes The Rock but you. Stop.
Oh my God, I can't stand him.
Seriously. Complain about everything else but The Rock. Wrestling fans love that dude. Like, love him.
He's garbage.
Texas just got a big old sack.
Well, good for them. They aren't doing anything else.
Now it's what, 3rd and 20?
4th down.
4th down. I guess I missed the 2nd down. Look at this pressure.
Was the 2nd down when he dropped it and forgot he had hands?
No, that was a different team.
Oh.
That was the other team.
Oh, they already... they kicked it out for him already. God, they already turned it over again? Yeah. Jesus Christ. I am not caught up on that's happening on my screen down here.
Shinsuke
Nakamura is coming. They're in Portland, Oregon, Picola. Portland, Oregon. They're in Oregon tonight in Portland. Hopefully they kept all their wallets safe because I've heard a lot of bad things about Portland. Hopefully nobody's scoring drugs and they have a very bad homeless problem.
It's really kind of cold to be homeless up there.
They do it all. I don't care. Not my problem. I don't live in Portland.
It's not the point. It's still cold.
Because like I haven't fully seen the new Nakamura entrance. It's happening right now. You should watch it.
It's worth a watch.
Because like, yep, thanks.
I hope he's at WrestleMania.
I finally caught it in the corner.
I hope he's at WrestleMania and they do it with like a live band, like they used to do with him. Remember when they had all the
boobs?
No, with the what's this called?
Violins.
A violin player.
What's this called?
I couldn't remember what it was called.
An instrument.
Well, I knew it was a string instrument.
One with strings. Ooh, Pico's got the tots in the air fryer. You gonna put some cheese on them? Put some cheese on them. Have cheese
I feel like I want
and then some chili.
Exactly what he has on to wear to bed.
You want to wear jams?
The whole thing, yes. The whole outfit.
You want
even the helmet so I can play games with it. Like when I'm gaming, like you'll come down, I'll just be like in my Shinsuke Nakamura gear.
You want your mask too so you have a hard time breathing?
Yeah.
I mean, you already got your vapey going on. You might as well have a mask, too.
It helps. Want to try it?
No, I think that you're turning into a weird liberal person. I don't like it.
What the fuck? Because
I'm going to get you some N95 masks and everything so you can sit over there with your vapes and stuff.
It's not a vape. It is a thing. It's actually for your nose.
I know, and you use it like a vape, you freak.
I know, because I have a cough, and this lets me have air so I can talk. I do a talking thing Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I can't be like...
Why, you are all the time anyway.
I know, because I don't do this.
It's not my fault you don't breathe deep other times of the day or week. Wacko.
Look at that. That's what it's all about. The United States Heavyweight Championship is on the line. Shinsuke Nakamura, your champion, going one-on-one with the great one, LA Knight.
Pico says Shinsuke lost muscle, or has he just been always slender?
He's always been slender. That's why
people.
He's like a ninja. He kicks people. He's got educated feet. It's called strong style. His wrestling is different than other wrestling because he does strong style. I don't know why they call it strong style because it's just a bunch of kicking, but it can be fun. I love that he's taller than LA Knight.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that LA's short. I'm not going that route. I'm not saying he's small or anything. It's just very...
LA Knight is what they used to consider an average wrestler.
Yeah.
Now he's like a big wrestler, which is really weird and gross to me.
Oh, Nakamura! He didn't go down. LA Knight's way thicker than him. Look at this. Test of power. What? 2. Nakamura breaks it. Ah! Went for it. He went for that cheap shot. LA Knight caught him, though. Throws him into the ropes. Reverses it. Lost my voice midway through my scream. Chelsea Green. I didn't even watch that match. I guess we would talk that whole match.
Sorry. I think I nailed my spit.
That's awesome.
Not really.
Not you, the match. Did anything come out? Was it active?
No, it's death.
You can die from it.
I hope.
You can't die on air.
Why not?
What if
Nobody cares.
Would I continue the show?
Yes.
Like there's no trauma at all, just like...
No trauma.
Well, now that she's not reading the chat, I guess I'll read it myself.
Just go on with the show.
The show must go on. Goddamn 3 hours Smackdowns. People are dying.
That's how bad it is. And then you sue WWE for it.
Right? For the death. Jacob Fatu got thrown out of the ring. I would not be surprised if Jacob Fatu attacks LA Knight in this match as payback.
Why would he do that?
Is Tiffany going to have a celebration as the new champion that literally has the whole entire women's roster?
She would
mad
have
at
to do
her?
it by herself. She doesn't even have friends now.
I know, that's what I said. I feel like that pixie would join her. That poisonous pixie.
She's all up Nia's butthole.
Well, I understand that because Nia was the champion. Look at Texas going head first. Number 3. He dove for that first down. Surprised he didn't get his helmet broken.
Piccolo says bingo card. We got a little Natch appearance. I don't know who that is. Is that like a little rapper guy?
Little
Feels like
Notch.
Ouchie, you could yeah, I guess.
She's trying.
I was hoping I would just die, but it hasn't happened.
She's tried to die several times today.
Robbie says this match feels like an AEW match.
It's close, but no, it's
But it is for a mid-card title.
There's enough of those in AEW.
So it makes sense.
Uh-oh, Nakamura all the way down to the floor!
I like how he just falls down like a rag doll and just flops around.
And he's in fluffy clothes, so it looks even fluffier.
Oh,
God!
God! He got up and then got kicked again.
Kicked him right in the midsection. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Stop.
what's happening?
Not you. Their camera work. Good God, that's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Why is everybody getting injured?
Talk about throw up inducing. I think I might have a seizure now.
They're talking about their new desk.
How solid they are.
Yeah,
They
it's
won't
like
fall
a
apart
Cadillac Escalade, he said.
now. I don't know if that's a really solid car, but okay.
What the? It's Cadillac Escalade.
And
It's a big old Chevy.
I'd say maybe old school ones, but the new ones, no, they're just
They still
paper
make those?
garbage. Oh yeah, yeah, they do. Yep. Oh God, that poor old lady out there. She's like, what the hell? I did finally see the people that are with connecting people with wrestling, but I didn't see their
Nice.
sign. I just saw the guy that has a really long beard.
Oh, yeah. Uh-oh, commercial.
Picture,
But it's
picture,
picture,
commercial.
so we're okay.
Oh, let's see. Piccolo says, so that's the ref from WCW, and he was there. They called him Flair's Mini-Me, hence the name Little Natch, as in Nature Boy. Oh!
Yep. Little nature boy.
Nate. Okay, sorry, Nate. You meant Nate, like Nature Boy. Got it. Yes. That guy. Yes, he's there.
You know,
Robbie says...
he collects horror things.
Yes.
And so if you watch him on TikTok, he will take you through his basement, and he's got like full-size mannequins of real, like, well, not real, but like Freddy Krueger.
I wonder if
Jason
him
Voorhees,
and
Michael
Shotzi like trade secrets of how to get all that stuff.
Does she collect those?
I think so.
He's got a whole basement full of them, like basically like wax figures, but they're mannequined,
Right.
and they have the full makeup, the full thing. So
Costumes
he's like,
and
if you
stuff.
went down there, like say you accidentally broke into his house,
I
like,
went down there in the dark.
and you'd be shitting
It'd be
yourself.
like shitting yourself of the doll
Right?
room next door that used to be there that's no
But
longer.
way scarier. That
I
one,
kind of wish they would have left that whole room like that when they tried to sell it.
right? People
That
were
would have been
like,
hilarious. Robbie's like,
oh, he
LA.
followed that. Texas fumbled.
No, Texas, no.
Is that Manning? That's that Peyton Manning's nephew, isn't it? He might. Hopefully, he was down by contact.
Robbie says, LA, who knew he could move like that? Chris says, this game is pissing me off. LOL. Funny. Also, my Peach Bowl Champs t-shirt came
He's
in
down.
on day off.
He was
Gabe,
down.
what the fuck, man?
I think he was down. Was his forearm down?
Hit.
Forearm's
Knee.
down.
Far.
Oh, but the ball was loose.
At the same time.
I think the ball was loose.
Chris says Scarlett and Shotzi have a new video, Ghost Hunting in a Hotel, on their YouTube channel. Cross with them. As well, he's actually a chill guy when get to see him out of wrestling.
Did you guys see that Harley Cameron girl is now single?
Who was she with?
Some guy that was in NXT. But they are no longer together. See, it looks like he has it, but I think it's loose. Forearm or knee? Knee's down first. Forearm, but see how the ball was moving?
I think he still had it, but he hit it with his own knee and knocked it out. Chris says, I always thought Cross was an a-hole, but he's really a humble guy.
It doesn't surprise me. I know when he wasn't with WWE yet, he signed, and then a guy asked him on Twitter, just some random that had like 7 followers, said, hey, I'm going to do a podcast. Is there any way you would be on it? And he said, yes, I just would have to talk to WWE officials because I can't just do podcasts.
Right.
And obviously, I don't know if that ever went through. I just thought that was very cool. It was literally a nobody. Like, and when I say that, I mean like a 7-follower person on TikTok. Or not TikTok, sorry. X. It was called something else at the time.
Excuse me, sorry guys. Chris says, oh shit, Harley Cameron broke up with Zion Quinn. That's sad for
his
him,
name.
man.
Zion Quinn, that was his name. Texas down to the 19. Inside the 20.
Chris says, yeah, Cross isn't all overprotective of Scarlett like you think. He shouldn't be.
Why would he?
It's weird.
She's
it
a
was.
very pretty, independent woman, and if she didn't want to be with him, she wouldn't be. I have a feeling that she's not with him because he chooses to be with her.
Robbie says, why are Shades Bryan Danielson coming to play in this match?
Ew.
No. Pico says, yeah, Zyquan or something. He was a former rugby player from Australia.
Yeah, you got it right. Was that the name you said?
Chris said Zion Quinn.
Yeah, that guy. They're not together anymore.
Pico says, didn't he get drafted? Then they never used him.
I don't even remember what he looks like. So
Me neither. But maybe. It's a possibility. The Europe Tour Road to WrestleMania is on sale now, everybody. Everybody go to Europe. Go see Robbie. Hang out with them.
will it go through there? Is that Europe?
Well, technically, they're part of the European continent. Robbie's like, it's true. Loom with the style of match it is. Pico says, girl, go get you a glass of water. We'll be here.
Water caused
I don't think the water's going to help.
Water did this to her.
Yeah, it was my own spit. My own water and my own body did it. It was horrible.
Oh no, not a kick to the back.
Chris says, but I will say Scarlett would leave Cross. I feel like if she ever gets tired of him or just has a better career.
Exactly. Well, I don't know about the second part. She might be
never have a better
loyal,
career. That's just weird.
but if she doesn't want to be with him, she's not going to be. Maybe he's nice to her. Maybe he respects her as a human being.
Maybe that's why he doesn't, be all over protective. Being a manly man doesn't always mean that you're overprotective of your lady.
Right.
That's just creepy.
You just open doors for her and pull out chairs.
Get him, Shinsuke.
And say yes, ma'am, when she tells you to do something. Touchdown, Texas!
Texas finally got a touchdown, Chris.
1, 2,
Before
3.
the
Oh!
halftime. Good for them. Good for them.
Yeah. Going in tied at half. I feel like Ohio State's head coach
Forgot he was coaching.
May dye his hair. I feel like he's old. And he's got black hair.
Because is betrayed by your own body. Outrageous. Happens more often than not after 40. It's ridiculous. Chris says, yeah, some people think being overprotective is being insecure.
Well, of course it is. I mean, you need to protect your women, but you protect them from people that want to do them harm.
Threats.
Not people that want to screw them.
Yeah, ew.
They can protect themselves from that.
People's like, wow, what's this submission?
It is a camel clutch that's inverted. I'm sorry, a Boston crab inverted.
Oh.
The old Boston crab. Oh, he went for it again.
Oh, God.
Set him
He
down.
fell down.
Oh! Gonna put him in the disarm her.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. 1, 2. It's Becky's move, the disarm. Don't do that. It'll make the night go forever.
Oh, I was looking at the time to see what time it was because I was going to get up.
Yeah. It's a good idea.
Had nothing to do with checking, like, anything else. I was just like, oh, I got to get up.
I put your steak in the fridge.
Thanks.
I don't know if you wanted it.
No.
Still had some good stuff left on it.
Yes. I don't want it right now. I was going to put it away. I just didn't.
No! Nakamura, 1, 2! LA Knight got his leg up on the rope. You look like you're all tired, Leopold. 1, 2, and then the leg up. Is it weird that I think the referee stopped counting before the leg got up? Hey, there's no turnbuckle. The turnbuckle has been removed. This could hurt his knee. Oh, God! LA Knight! That's it! It's over! New champion! Oh, wait. What's LA doing? LA... He didn't try. Now the Bloodline's out there. LA might have had this. Bloodline, Tiny Tonkin's out there with Jacob Fatu. I did say this was going to happen earlier, but it's not about being right or wrong. It's about just knowing wrestling. Just kidding. So anyways, we do have cheating going on in the wrestling. Nakamura might have just lost, but we'll never know because Tiny Tongan and Jacob Fatu attacked LA Knight. Jacob Fatu into the corner, comes flying in. I'll hit him with all that ass. Again? With a stink face. Oh, shit. That just happened. All right, Jacob Fatu going up top. Doing the Tiffany Stratton off the top. Jacob and Tiffany Stratton should become a tag team. Oh no! Jimmy Uso, Cody Rhodes coming to save the day. Is there a reason that Cody and Jimmy Uso are out there together? I don't know if that makes any sense. Why is LA attacking Jacob, but then Cody is helping LA? Other than Cody had something to do with something earlier. I mean, is Cody part of the bloodline? That's the main event tonight. Don't send him home. They're doing it tonight. Tag team match. The Tiny Tongan and Jacob Fatu versus Jimmy Uso and Cody Rhodes. It's official. It's happening tonight. Live.
It's official?
On 8 or whatever channel this is. USA Network. Yeah, it's official. He threw a chair.
Oh, good. I was hoping somebody threw a chair.
I don't know if there's really a chair thrown, but it would have been cool if there was.
Alright, sorry.
I feel like they need to take Cody out of the storyline and put Jay in it.
Right.
Like,
Maybe
let's make it make sense.
Off doing something. Kidding. I have no idea.
Ooh, it's Tiffy time.
Let's see. Rebecca Chatless is in the chat. Hey, Rebecca says, hey, yo, if I didn't tell you, I had a great birthday. Oh!
Awesome.
Fantastic, Rebecca. Glad you had a fantastic birthday. Pico says, well, you called it, Travis. Chris says Jacob Fatu hits the Tiffany Stratton. Rebecca's like, did you see mine? And Pico says, impromptu match player.
So marinated.
It looks so fake. It doesn't even look real, like real food.
Who laughs like that?
I have no idea. I guess when you're pretending to laugh, I guess. I have no idea.
We should laugh like that.
Make a fake laugh. Ohio State went and got another touchdown.
Oh.
Just like that in the last
Yeah,
of the
they must
second.
have done
The last 30 seconds.
They must have done a kickoff return.
They're like, Delita's gone for like 5 minutes.
I didn't see it.
Ohio State just barely. They only had like, there wasn't even a minute left.
Yeah, there was 29 seconds or 37 seconds or something.
Good God. Chris is like, BS game, man.
What happened? I didn't see it.
I don't know what happened. I wasn't in here to watch.
Well, I thought he would tell us. I know you didn't see it.
I didn't take the TV with me to the other rooms. Meow, meow, meow.
All right, Texas going to try to score a touchdown with 7 seconds. If he throws an interception and they run it back. Oh my fuck. Nope.
Ooh.
2 seconds left.
No, there's a flag.
Well, it doesn't matter. I mean, it's pass interference, but still. I'm just saying, as it doesn't matter, as in...
The quarter's
There's
over.
still a long fucking way to go to score.
Right.
There it is. They're going to get first down. Doesn't matter. But
Holding.
if they... I'm just saying, if he tries to throw an out or something stupid like that Penn State guy last night, threw an interception with seconds left.
Right. I mean, it is just the first half ending, but still.
I know, but 21-7 would be a... That's what I'm saying. It would be better just to take a knee right now, is all I'm saying. Just just go in and lick your wounds and come back out and play. Because if you try to force something and it's out, and they run it back, look at this fucking guy. He's 37 years old.
Yes, he is.
Old
at
Stone.
Least. He's like, I came back late.
I'm Will Stone.
I'm one of those older players.
I went on a Mormon mission.
Is that Carrot Top's kid?
Probably.
Pretty sure that was Carrot Top's kid.
So he had a perm, or whatever those are called, the crimping. The 80s crimping.
No, that was actual natural curl.
Oh, okay.
Like, what's his face? Aw, look. There's the Moo Moo. He's there.
He has a name, but I can't remember it.
Bevo. His name's Bevo. Bevo the steer.
Julia Gulia is the champion in NXT.
Old Gulia.
Don't fumble it. There he goes! Bobbing it down there! Picked off! No, he dropped it.
Oh, so lucky. So lucky that won't go on your stats, buddy.
So imagine this. He catches it.
Oh, God.
And then he runs it back as, like, we'll just say to, like, the 50. Then they tackle him and get a face mask. They would get a play.
Oh, jeez.
And then and a 15-yard penalty, and then they can kick a field goal.
Oh, Lord.
Not Ryan Day. Good thing it's night outside. Where's the Cotton Bowl played at?
I don't know where it's
Where's
at.
Cotton? When you think of Cotton? Alabama?
I don't know where it is. I don't know where they're at for it. Let's see. He calls it that. Chris said yes. Rebecca said, have any snow? If yes, does Kitty like?
So Kat ran in the snow last night and hated it, but still didn't want to come in. But no, obviously I just said we have snow, but it's like so little of it. It's a skiff. And it's from like a week ago. It's melted everywhere but in the shadows.
Mm-hmm. Bronson says in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, phone directories were disguised to form Dumbledore's library.
Nice.
So it says, I found out yesterday. I've been a wrestling fan since 98 or 99, but I wasn't a full-time watch along like I am now, like a couple of years later.
Yeah. Well, it is something that especially it depends on where you are in life.
It's a lot of time.
Like I used to just 6 years ago, I used to just wait till Tuesday and watch Raw, and I would watch it and fast forward. Like, I didn't watch the whole matches. I just fast forward through them and see who won. Like, that's all I really cared about.
Oh my God. They said. Pico says, what's something from the 80s that you think should make another comeback? Well, the way of life. No social media.
Michael Jordan.
Pico says, I just noticed the Top Gun stash make its appearance more often in the sidelines. I call it the 70s porn stash myself.
Will Stone.
Chris says, my boy Oba is also NXT champion in NXT. He should never lose and relinquish the title if he comes to the main roster.
I think 80s comeback, they didn't have very good style. So I'm not going to say any of their clothes. You know what I want to say is drugs, but I'm not going to say that. But that's what, everybody in the 80s was on coke.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Hot pink was always a really cool color. The neon colors, I like the neon colors. The only problem is like, who would wear it? That weird neon.
Yeah.
The crimped hair look would be kind of pretty.
Chris says they're playing in Arlington at AT&T Stadium. Oh, okay. People says...
So so Texas basically playing at home?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I bet you the crowd is one-sided in this game.
People's like, see, they did it again. Y2 Shills getting credit during the Tiffy Time promo. Yeah, they gave the right reaction and got paid for it. Good for them. Gotta make that money somehow. These are those impromptu tag team match. Another one that they made. Yeah. The one earlier was the Humberto and against the, what do you call them?
Pretty
people?
Deadly.
Pretty Deadly. Yeah, which is weird that they have them win against them, but whatever, I guess.
I mean, I get, like, working standing up, like, a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I couldn't, like, work standing up, like, constantly.
It'd be annoying. Like, it's okay for a little while. Like, the ability to do it would be fine, but...
Mm-hmm. And those people that walk and do it, you know, on that treadmill. Mm-hmm. Like, I got my mom. I don't think I could do that at all. Like, at all. Like, I'd just fall off. I'd step on the treadmill. Like, the base.
Break your face.
And it wouldn't move.
Right.
And the other leg would be moving. Obviously, I'd only be walking like 2 miles an hour, or 1.5 or something, but still, that'd be weird. And then are you getting, do the steps count? If you're doing this, does it know you're walking?
Yes.
So he raises his kid with drugs. Mm-hmm. Not the kid taking drugs, but he does. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
What?
She gave him the look.
Ew. Gross.
Yeah, that's why he ran off.
Creepy roles reversal. Nasty. Nobody wants that.
Everybody does. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. Do you agree?
No, Chris. I don't like Papa John's pizza. It's yucky to me. There's a lot of people that like it. But for me, I don't like it.
Does it taste better or worse than Little Caesars?
Worse to me.
Than their $5 pizza?
Worse to me. I would rather have a $5 Little Caesar pizza.
They're probably more than that now. Was that the play there? It was a kickoff return.
Yeah, probably.
Or maybe it was a throw. It must have been a throw.
Pass or whatever it was. Or either that or that was the first one. I don't know. But probably the second.
Yeah, I watched the first one. It was a throw. In the end, like they caught it in the end. So, there it is. Handoff. Wait, that's number one. That's not the guy, though. That's the first.
That was the first quarter. The first touchdown of the night for him.
Should have used Game Time. Full commercial. Ew.
Creepy and weird. We're in a full-blown commercial.
Yeah,
we're waiting for another
sports.
tag team match to happen. Beagle says it's too much sauce. I don't know. Papa still can't beat the Hut, in my opinion.
Right. No, I don't think so either.
I'm not a big fan of the sauce of Papa. What's her faces?
Murphy.
No.
John's.
Yeah. It's too sweet. It has a very sweet taste to it. And I don't know what it is about their dough, but their dough has their crust dough, whatever, has no flavor to it. It's so odd to me. It's like you would expect your pizza dough to have some kind of flavor. You know what I mean?
Flavor.
I don't know about that kind of flavor, but some kind of flavor. And it just, to me, it just doesn't. It just lacks. And the sauce is too sweet. And so it's really an odd combination for me. So I've never been a very big fan. I've had it a couple times too. It's not like I was one time and I was like, man, done.
It's all hot.
Oh, because he had the thing on over there. And he doesn't want to get in.
I just covered his whole body.
Yeah, he's got his head like down in your leg.
Yeah. 3 weeks away to the Rumble of Royal. I gotta get a clock, a countdown timer back up. It's right here. I gotta change the briefcase too.
Yeah.
White one needs to go back up.
Yep.
It's been cashed in. That one's just trash.
I don't know about trash, but
I'm
yeah.
joking. Do you want to do it real quick? Here you go. This one.
No, I don't.
This one weighs about 35 pounds.
I don't.
Of course you don't.
Already have a arm that doesn't work right because I moved that bed yesterday.
That's why your neck hurts.
No. My neck doesn't hurt that much. It was just getting kinked while I was laying there. I'm like, I can't lay like this. Because it was like this. And that's uncomfortable for anybody to do for a long period of time. What are you doing? What are you playing with? Stop
I was gonna hand it to you.
it. I don't want it.
Now I have a handle to play with.
Peel says, yeah, the deep dish Pizza Hut brings me back to 10 years old. Reading enough books for the book at Ribbon.
Yep.
And my own personal pan.
And that little teeny pizza.
No.
Loved it.
Love them.
Loved it.
Ah, the good life, right? And not only that, but like they had like all you can eat salad bar and shit like that. My parents never got that, but
Mine didn't. I've never.
In our town, we didn't really go to Pizza Hut. We went to Shakey's.
Mm-hmm. That was a good
when
place.
it was around.
Been in many a gang fight there.
Gang fight?
Yeah, they always had gangs there.
That's weird. I thought it was soccer players, but okay.
Soccer players.
Yeah, it was always after my brother's like soccer matches.
Oh, ours
and
was
shit
after
that we went
football
there.
games, but yeah.
They have to end it the old way. Excuse me. So they have that machine gun duty wooties against the A-Town Down team. That's happening right now. They did come back and had wrestling happen. Just so everybody's aware.
Yeah, there is a match going on. The Motor City Machine Guns, the MCMG. Oh. The winner of this match goes up against them, correct? Against the Alberto Carrillo.
Yeah, probably.
Del Fantasma.
Yeah. Pico's like Shakey's. Yeah, Shakey's. It was just a pizza parlor.
So
I don't know if it was a corporate like
no,
chain or anything. It was just a local pizza parlor place that we had here in town. They had really good thin crust pizza. Like their crust was thin. It was good. Like probably one of the better ones in town.
So I don't remember the food there. I just remember the business. And there was like a Long John Silver's or something next door.
Yeah, Long John Silver's was right there. Mm-hmm.
And they had like a
never
light,
went there because
like
we never eat fish.
Like a light fish sandwich thing.
Yeah, they had
like
all
a
kinds
white
of
fish.
So many years ago. People's like, where the Sharks fought the Jets in the alleyway. Yes, that place. Chris says, still sad Verlander has gone to Giants. He should just retired with us.
What the fuck?
Now he's
Why
like
do my Giants have to just
Yeah.
ruin their legacy?
That's weird. Verlander.
He's like 40 plus years old. Although he does bring his wife, so I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Chris says also now we could be losing Bregman. We already lost Kyle Tucker as well.
Why? Do they just not want to pay to keep these guys?
Yeah, what are they doing?
Houston has money. I mean, as long as their system's strong and it's still just regenerating. I just have a problem once they let Luno go that it's just not going to be the same. Because that dude was legit, like, when they got him from St. Louis. Because he built those St. Louis teams, and it was just never-ending prospect after prospect. And then he went to Houston, and it was the same thing, just never-ending prospects. So anyways, where's Bregman going? Yankees?
Right. Chris says, yeah, arbitration probably.
Well, arbitration, you don't lose people in arbitration. You just pay them what they're...
Ooh.
Whatever the judge says. Uh-oh, shit. 2. Oh, so close.
Why do you let go of him?
That's what you do.
Oh.
If not, then he wouldn't be able to kick out. Look how little he is.
That's true. He is tiny. And commercial. Full commercial break. Chris says people think Brigman Yanks or Blue Jays.
Yeah, I figured the Yankees would sign him. He's a legit star. Blue Jays would be a weird place, right? Like, do they not have a third baseman? And why do the Blue Jays always pretend that they're going to do something? Blue Jays irritate the shit out of me. They always pretend like, oh, let's spend a bunch of money on this guy. And then instead of just keeping Vlad, just keep Vlad Jr.
Right?
Build throughout your system. You've got great prospects. You always do. And they're like, oh, I'm going to spend $8 kajillion billion on this guy. And they're like, we don't want that guy anymore.
Piccolo's like, Chris using them $15 words. Arbitration? Yeah. It's weird what you'll find out and know when you follow sports.
Well, arbitration, I get it. It's a bigger word, but in reality, they don't call it anything else.
I know.
It's basically just a court hearing.
I'm just saying that.
And you either win it or lose it. And that's when you find out how much a team cares about you. This is no shit. So, the people that brought you in and made you, like, through your whole childhood, right? So you get drafted, we'll say at 17, 18 years old, graduate high school. You get drafted by this team, and they tell you how good you're going to be. And they work with you every day. Then you play, and you hit arbitration. You get 2 years of arbitration. You go into it. They take you to, these people that groomed you, take you into a courtroom in front of a judge and tell you how shitty you are and how you don't deserve the money you're asking for. And then you either win or lose your case with your attorney there. And then if you win, you get like top 15 money at that position. And if you lose, then you get whatever they offer, which still has to be at like top 20 at the position or something. Like, what the fuck? And then players are like, I'm not going to re-sign with this team. They fucking hate me. That's why you should never let your players go to arbitration. You either sign them before arbitration or you trade them before arbitration. Don't fuck go to arbitration and say, well, I mean, he's obviously shitty. He only hit, 307 with 14 home runs. He should have hit 35.
I was just saying that it's kind of funny the vocabulary you learn when you are a fan of sports, because you will learn vocabulary that's used within the sports that you wouldn't normally use in everyday life.
Right.
That's what I was saying. But anyways, Chris says, yeah, people think Vlad was coming to us for some reason. No news as of late.
Like in a trade, or is he a free agent too? I haven't been following free agency. I used to love this time of year, but fuck, we're already in mid-January. I don't understand how this stuff's still happening. Usually everybody's signed by now.
Pico says Blue Jays sound like the Phoenix Suns.
Oh, trust me. Phoenix Suns were actually pretty good once. Kevin Johnson. Old Dan Marley. Not Jacob Marley, but Dan Marley.
That bastard.
Charles Barkley. That was a really good team. Where's the Umafala? It's around the neck of Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns' neck.
Not the Sharks.
No, not Sharks.
Yeah, the Sharks.
Sharknado.
No. Not Theory.
Oh my god, Theory!
Nope, not Theory. desperate. Poor Grayson.
Why?
He's getting beat up by a little guy.
Well, they gotta make it pretend like these machine gun guys are like really, really good.
They are.
Are they?
Mm-hmm. This guy's a former Gold Glove boxer.
Ooh.
You think he could beat Jake Paul?
Chris says, forgot SmackDown was 3 hours. Maybe Charlotte returns to confront Tiffany Stratton.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Yeah, is that what we're all hoping? We're going to have a Charlotte return tonight.
Or a Becky Lynch hung. Becky Lynch could show up. But I feel like she'll be on Raw.
She'd be on Raw with her boo-boo. With Pookie over there.
Old buried boy. He got buried. He lost a Punk.
Chris says, also Giants interested in Bregman as well as Red Sox.
Like, so is he a free agent? Like, he's just, anybody can sign him? Or is this like they have to trade to get him?
Pico says currently Jimmy Butler is in timeout with the Heat, suspended for 7 games since he wants to be traded and was vocal to the public about it. He was the little guy when he went and saw Santa.
He didn't go this year.
Why would I?
He didn't go. He didn't get to see Santa this year.
Oh, I didn't know that you were allowed to take him to other Santas. Chris said to your answer to your stuff, yes.
So he's a free agent. Damn.
Piccolo says, so both Lakers and Suns are in the running to try and pick up Butler.
I don't know if I know, but Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Because he doesn't want to play for the Heat anymore?
Currently, Jimmy Butler is in timeout with the Heat, suspended for 7 games since he wants to be traded and was vocal to the public about it.
Yeah, they won't re-sign him. So Pat Riley said no to adding, because he's got this year and next year, and they don't plan on extending his contract. But he's like 36. So that means if somebody was to trade for him, they'd probably have to sign him long term. And that's a big investment.
For an old man.
36, 37, 38, 39. Like, how far are we going here? Is he a LeBron James? Is he going to play until he's 75 years old at that level?
No. Well, we know the only reason why he was playing for that long. And now his source is gone, so I don't know what he's going to do. He's going to have to retire.
You're weird and funny at the same time. But the reality was he wanted to play with his son. This is his last year. He's retiring. My game said so. There it says, LeBron is on his farewell tour. Do you want to play that? And I'm like, no.
Ew, gross.
I'm not
Nasty.
playing LeBron.
Feels like I think, yeah, he's old.
Yeah, I think he's 36.
Chris says, wonder if this Tiffy segment will be a sex celebration,
who
which
he
it
is?
should.
Who we're talking about?
Jimmy Butler?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Office Christmas Party?
Oh, that guy.
That's Jimmy Butler.
The guy they brought there?
Yeah.
That's funny.
That she brought.
She brought us her +1.
Mm-hmm. When that show came out, he was on my fantasy team. He was on the Chicago Bulls at the time.
That's funny.
Oh, I didn't even know he was good. Like, I didn't like him. Oh, that's it! Austin Theory takes the L.
Ouch.
Some Triple H booking right there. I have that shirt. That John Cena shirt. So, Ford and Dawkins just don't count anymore?
Guess not.
Is that what's happening? Since they have 4 tag teams doing a tournament to be the #1 contenders for the tag team titles?
They have 2 tag team titles.
Yeah, but they're both on... they're on different brands.
Well, yeah.
Ford and Dawkins are on
Raw.
SmackDown.
They're on SmackDown too?
Yeah, they've always been on SmackDown.
Oh. I
Not
thought maybe they were
always,
moving them to Raw or something. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? Feels like hell yeah, he was in that movie. Recently watched it. Too chaotic, but hilarious.
Yeah.
I like that stupid show.
I love when he tries to swing with the black guy tries to swing with the Christmas lights.
Uh-huh.
How small they are.
Uh-huh.
He's almost as short as the crate.
Their shirts are so creepy. I don't like
You don't like that kind of shirt?
No, it just creeps me out.
And the tall-waisted pants?
That and their nipples are all out weird. Like
Yeah,
that one's nipples are all creepy looking.
You gotta get your nipples out.
It just creeps
Who
me
looks
out.
at people's nipples?
I don't know. They're right there. You can't help it. They're just right there. They're like, hey, why don't we zoom in on this? I mean, my God, the camera's like this. At their nipples. The fucking person doing the camera work's a weirdo.
He likes nipples.
It's like, I'm too short, so I have to zoom in on that part.
Not you. Should have made fun of him
Oh, no.
for being a Nigerian prince.
Oh, Pescadios. Not the Scuddies.
I'm not like most kids. You should.
If he calls like, I want to twist it. You want to twist Pretty Dudley's nipples?
Ew.
That sounds atrocious, Piccola. One of them looks like he's already had titty twisters up, down, one side, down the other.
It's Tiffy time.
It's up next.
Up next.
Wonder what outfit she's wearing.
We need Char Char. Hopefully it's street clothes.
Well, I don't know. Nia Jax is in her wrestling attire, so...
There's not going to be a match. Like an impromptu?
I didn't say it was going to be. I just said that Nia Jax is in her wrestling attire.
Yeah, you did.
Rebecca says, even though Raw's now Netflix, do you find yourselves looking on TV for it?
No.
No, not really, Rebecca. Did you unfortunately make that mistake? I mean, I could see people doing it for sure, but...
Like, where is it?
I thought it was on tonight.
No, trust me, I was on there like an hour early.
Making sure the shit worked.
Like, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It's Wolf Boy. They call this Wolf Boy.
I'm infected.
I've been infected.
It's from the Powerpuff Girls.
Oh.
And it's the girl, Bubbles. The little blonde one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm infected, she says. Because they were playing tag or something and something about cooties.
Mm-hmm.
And she got tagged to be it. And she's like, I'm infected. This is probably the only thing I remember about that show. Excuse me, sorry.
Good stuff here. We're at a full commercial. We do have the National Championship quarterfinal or semifinals on as well, and it's 14-7.
Ohio State.
State over Texas. The winner of this goes on to play Notre Dame on a inauguration day. So Trump will probably not be at the game, is my guess.
Rebecca says, I didn't, but my BF did. Oh, man. Yeah, I could see people accidentally doing that.
There used to be a giant water slide just north, like, of Utah.
Mm-hmm.
And, or of Salt Lake, sorry. And it was going out of business. It was like 1979, 88, or, 81, I mean, like, somewhere in that time. We were born, but not a lot. My Uncle Larry went down there and he bought the slide the big slide that they had,
Mm-hmm.
and brought it back in pieces, like multiple trips, like probably 7 trips or whatever.
Right.
And then he sold sections of it, but he kept some. So we kept 2, and then at the end of the road, they had 2.
That's funny.
And stuff. And so other people in our neighborhood had some too. But there's a big old water slide that we had in our backyard. It's still there.
That's funny.
I'm sure you've seen it when you drive by that yellow slide.
Yeah, it's hard to see because how those houses are set up right there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But yeah, we had a big old-fashioned water slide in our backyard.
That's funny.
He made a trailer out of one because they had the big U's.
Mm-hmm. There's an Ohio State player down with a possible injury.
Hopefully. Are you injured or are you hurt? Well, what's the difference? Well, if you're hurt, you can still play.
That 44 with his ankle, he was just hurt because he's back
right
out there and he's all wrapped up.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, don't be a pussy. Don't be a pussy.
He looks fine. He just looks like he got his bell rung.
Don't.
See?
By his own player. By his own
His pituitary gland is bleeding.
He's like,
He's going to start growing.
He's like, I forgot where my head was.
Play basketball by the end of next year. He'll be a center in the NBA. Oh, you can't touch him. They can throw a flag for that. They didn't. Here she comes!
The new women's champion, Stiffy. I like how she says her name. Why do they have to say it all? Why do they say all the women's names like that? Tiffany Stratton! I mean, seriously. They do it with Chelsea Greens, too. It's dumb as fuck.
Well, that came from the other girl.
See, she's wearing attire to wrestle in, maybe.
Yeah. She could definitely wrestle in that. She's not going to wear that out to the club. That's hideous.
She might wear that out to the club. She's like, I really want to wear a really hideous outfit for my entrance as the new champion. Can you make it nude? And as gross, ugly colored as possible with the nudeness. Good God.
All right. Tiffany Stratton is your champion.
Well, as champion, she has gone downhill with her outfits so far.
At least she's got a pretty face. Can always say she's got a pretty face. She's very athletically built, which is not flattering. Always. Doesn't mean never. Not always.
Bronson says, I've shared this before, but I'll share it again. When Drew Carey started hosting The Price is Right, Bob Barker took Drew out to lunch. Bob told Drew to make the show his own, to try not to copy him. That's the way to do it. The way to do it. Bronson says, what game would you like to play if you had a chance to be on The Price is Right?
The Price is Wrong, bitch.
You want to beat up Bob Barker? I think he's dead.
I don't know any of the games. I don't remember that show.
Plinko? I'll play Plinko on it.
Is that where you spin the wheel?
No, it's where it has all the little pegs, and you go up to the top and you like drop your little disc down. A lot of people like that one.
Yeah, I don't know any of the games. Isn't that the one where they guess the prices of stuff? Right? The
Price is Right. Mm-hmm.
Is that the one with the wheel, though?
At the end, yes.
Okay.
Where you have to get it close to $1.
Yeah, I want to spend the
wheel. To go into the show, to the main showcase.
Yeah. I don't know enough.
It's not really a game. You have to get to the other ones to get there, though.
Okay, I don't know any of them.
Well, there you go. Travis knows nothing because he's stupid. Rebecca's like, hey, Bronson, and mine would be Plinko. See? Rebecca likes Plinko. Most people like Plinko. I don't know why, but that's their thing. Bronson says he used to dye Bob Barker's hair back in the day. Early days of Price is Right. I bet.
He used to sleep with that really pretty blonde all the time, I guess. They had multiple lawsuits and stuff. She still worked there. He worked there. They're still doing it. She's still suing him.
Uh-huh.
She probably did it on purpose just so she'd get paid.
Oh, I bet. I would not be surprised. Chris says, "Oh yeah, Tiffy calling herself dumb blonde." Well, it's usually what they try to do, right? It's Tiff time.
Here she comes. It's Tiffy time.
It's the Tiffy time. Pigla says, maybe I'd go with the one where you punch holes and there's money in it. Yeah, that one. I could see that.
What the hell? I have no idea what these are. Like, the only time I ever watched that show is when I stayed home and I was sick. It's so... I would rather watch cartoons, so I didn't really watch it.
Tomorrow morning... I'm just kidding. I don't think it's on Saturdays. Monday morning.
Is it a weekend already?
Well, it's Friday night. Monday morning. We'll have to watch it at 9 o'clock.
An ear emerged.
It's because you moved the blanket. Oh, they called her a shit and then they bleeped it out. WWE is like, no.
Oh, she wants to murder her.
God, another murder? Not the murder. I made you.
Bet you didn't make anything.
Blah.
Except for a trimmer.
Bronson says Bob Barker hosted The Price is Right from 72 to 2007. He hosted the show for 35 years. That's like Pat. He was doing it for a long time too. A Wheel of Fortune.
The other guy that died from Jeopardy.
Alex Trebek. Ooh.
Like games like that, like why couldn't they do an AI version of that instead of having a real person read the questions and just have an Alex Trebek's like voice?
I don't know. It'd be weird, I guess.
I
think it's fine that it's not Jennings guy. I think
as long
it's
as
cool.
it's not that
It's
broad
not.
from fucking Big Bang Theory.
No.
She just single-handedly destroyed a great sitcom.
Bronson says The Price is Right went to an hour-long show in 1975.
Nice. What was the other one then? The one that Drew Carey does now. Or
That's
is
it. That's
okay.
that one.
Then what's the one that the other guy does?
Dill or no, not Dill or no Dill. Let's make a deal.
Let's make a deal. I like Joe and Let's Make a Deal. He's like, "The Price is Right." That's on Abigail.
Yes.
Oh Jesus, Bailey.
Oh no, who's talking? Oh, it's Bailey. Picola says mom watches Will like she's getting paid for it. My family did too, Picola. Like, not Jeopardy. Like, never Jeopardy. Which is so weird to me, because I would think Jeopardy would have been a thing. No, not Jeopardy. Wheel of Fortune, though, was a big thing in my house. Wheel of Fortune. Watched it almost every night. My parents did.
My grandma loved it.
Loved Wheel of Fortune. And now, my dad, being retired and stuff, he watches fucking The Price is Right constantly. Chris says, Bailey, please just go away. Robbie must have fallen asleep. He usually likes to see Bailey out there.
Okay. Well, we got Bailey out there.
Ooh.
Well, Bailey, you ain't gonna do it.
Might be Bailey. Oh, look! It's
Why would
the Twitter
glow
pants.
come out?
Ah.
Wait, hold on. They played her music and not Bianca's?
I guess Bianca's not getting chances to get it stuff.
Nobody likes
God.
you. No one. And why do you have the same hair color as Bailey? Or
aren't they like
it's like
besties?
a Sasha hair color.
Nobody cares. This is dumb. I hate everything. What should happen is Tiffany should just leave. Like, literally, she should just get out.
I see you guys are all busy.
And leave. Like, it's not worth her time right now. She should just fucking leave. Oh, people say, but that's my baby mama, Bailey. Yeah, you and Ravi will have to have a fight out in the parking lot.
Look at Tiffany just like steps up there like, what you guys talking about?
Right? That's what I mean. She should just leave. Like, she should just literally get out of the ring and leave.
Oh, shit!
Like, there you go. Leave. Good girl. Leave. Oh, just leave.
Tried.
Just leave.
She
Don't
tried.
stay. Leave. Go away. Just, I mean, there you go. Good girl. Good girl. Now keep walking. Just keep walking. That's awesome. I wanted her to do it, like, right when they got in the ring. She should have just, like, left because they were so busy. But that's great. Oh, no. What? Oh, man. No, you should have just left, girl. Like, it'd make a better thing if you would have just left.
Took them all out.
Bronson says Drew Carey said the reason why he has the house he lives in, the car he drives, and the job he has is because he had an opportunity to be on the Johnny Carson show. It was like hitting the lottery.
Yep, Johnny Carson made a bunch of people. I think he made Hulk Hogan, to be honest.
Be careful and watch your back there, Tiff.
He should have said it, who wouldn't? Get your hands on Tiffany Stratton.
Oh no, a fatal four-way match. Oh wow, it's Tony Khan crap. Congratulations.
So Bianca's going to have to wrestle the Quitter.
Uh-huh.
Quitter 2.
The second quitter.
The follower.
Old sheep pants. Old sheepy pants.
Well, we got another commercial here.
Full-blown commercial.
But when we come back from commercial, we are going... How did they not do Bianca's entrance music? I'm sorry. I'm having a little bit of a crisis here. What the fuck, Triple H? She's in the match. She's wrestling.
Yeah.
And they played Naomi's music to come out together.
Mm-hmm.
That's an ouch. I wonder if she's like on her way out or something.
I don't know. It'd be weird though.
She is literally, her and Charlotte are the only two women that I truly believe that can carry this company on their own.
Yeah.
Like, if you put Bianca as the champion of one brand and Charlotte as the other one, they could tour together and bring so much awareness to the women's division through The View and the Good Morning America and just everything. It would just work. They're both very powerful women, very good talkers, very athletic. Just, I mean, they have it all. The ball's out of his hand.
Yes. Bronson says Drew Carey used to work as a busboy at several different restaurants before his career started. Yeah. Before he did stand-up and comedy stuff. Because, you know, he was a comedian and did comedy stuff, too.
Was he?
Drew Carey?
I don't know a lot about him, other than he was on that shit. It was so funny.
Oh my god, that show. I love that show.
Dude, that shit. And the black
What's
guy.
My Line or whatever it's called.
The black guy that does the other one that you just said the name of.
Yeah.
He was on it, and then that tall, like, skinny guy.
And
That was
then the bald guy. When it
Yeah.
was those four, oh my god, hilarious.
Oh, fuck.
Those ones are so good. I love those. We should watch some of them.
And they just make it up as they go.
Yeah. Those are funny.
Yeah, that guy, I forgot about him, too.
Zebra's like, I need a new purse. This one's nice.
Right.
Not sure how wrestling alligators as wings, but whatever.
Not Granger.
Yeah, Granger.
Not on his way. On his side. It's a good idea. To have your business moving forward. So
I mean, yeah, I don't see why not.
Why are they making the Fresh Prince all, like, stupid?
Like, gang-like and drama-y and
Yeah.
drug-related and...
It would be
Well, they live in the Highlands of Balor and all this. They're Richie Poochie Pants, but they're all involved in the Crips and the Bloods.
Right?
Like... Instead of coming from the crap-ass side of town to the good side, they're like, we're going to take him from the crap-ass side to the upper crap-ass. Yay! I don't know. I guess because they can't make it funny, so they have to make it serious.
They can't find a funny actor?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're underway. So starting on the 10th, SmackDown also...
That's today.
That is today. Oh, it's on Netflix. I didn't even try to look for it.
Me neither. Bronson says Drew Carey earned $750,000 for each episode of the Drew Carey Show. He earns $1 million for each episode of The Price is Right.
The Price is Wrong, bitch. That's cool.
Good for him.
That's a good... I mean, it's funny because it's not huge money anymore. Like with the guys at the Big Bang and stuff.
Yeah.
But where it's every day.
Every day. He literally has an episode every day.
So
and almost 365 days a year.
Yeah.
I don't think they don't...
Well,
I don't think they have...
But yeah.
I'm just saying, like, that, you know...
So 200 and, let's say, 80 days a year.
Yeah.
He makes $280 million a year.
At least.
That's
You know?
absurd.
I mean, they might have little lulls here and there, but not very many. You know, where they're like, oh, well, we don't do it during this time, or have a break for a couple months, or let's say they have a break for 4 weeks or something even. You know?
Oh. I feel bad for Bianca.
It's pretty sad.
I hope Twitter's on fire right now, like LA. Just going crazy, like, what's going on? Why did she have her entrance music?
Right?
Interesting stuff. What you watching or looking up? The couch?
No.
What was it?
Blankets?
Oh. For downstairs.
Real fur blankets made from animals.
Like a dog, like...
No.
Or like a bear.
Yeah. But not.
Like a moose?
No.
No.
Smaller than
Like a
those
rabbit
kind
and
of
mink?
animals. Yeah.
How much are those?
Yeah.
Like a...
This is a mink one from like real mink. It's like, these are from Germany, by the way. 3,865 pounds or whatever that is.
So that's about $4,000.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mink
That's
farming.
nothing. A chinchilla one?
Oh, I bet.
29,990, and that's on sale. It's normally 33,980.
I wonder how many they sell of those.
I don't know.
3 ever.
Oh, this one's not too bad. This one's only $999.
What is it?
It's a fox fawn light.
I was gonna
It's
say.
pretty.
Oh, did Texas just score?
Maybe.
That looks like a
Looks
score.
like it. Chris said tie game. Bronson says just for the whole month of October, The Price is Right should be called The Price is Fright. Drew's nickname should also be Drew Scary. That's actually pretty funny. Bronson says Drew Carey used to be a wrestler and he also used to be in the service.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Like a professional wrestler or like a collegiate wrestler?
Mm.
Smack it. Oh, she didn't smack her butt. She
Look at
usually
that
smacks
one.
butt. I can't tell what I'm looking at. Just a modge podge of stuff.
It's just the color of the fox.
That's funny.
But
One, two.
I wonder how musky they would smell, or if they wouldn't have that smell.
No,
anymore.
they've been cured. I've got a fox up, or not a fox, but a coyote up in the attic. Some rabbits. I don't know what else is up there. Dead things in a tote.
Dead things in a tote. You needed to put that on something light colored.
Uh-oh, here she goes. Bayley going up top. This is very dangerous for her. She's getting to be a pretty big girl. Oh. Uh-oh. Here it goes. Bayley going up and over. This is dangerous. This is a lot of weight. I thought we were going to get the Brock Lesnar Big Show ring break. Here it comes. Watch out for the ring.
Jesus Christ. She had to wait, I guess. She's like, I need to slow down.
All the girls are helping. Now watch, the two girls are going to be all beat up. Oh, I don't know why.
It took me so long. It was horrible. Chris says Drew Carey was at Royal Rumble 01 and eliminated himself because of Kane. Oh no. Bronson says Drew Carey has said that when a contestant wins money somewhere between $5,000 and $10,000, that it's not life-changing money, but it's month-changing money. It can change your day.
Sure can.
Bronson also says there's a game called Pay the Rent on The Price is Right. Contestants can win up to $100,000. Drew has said it's a tough game to win on purpose just because the money is so high. Well, you would imagine. I mean, the more money any of them are, the definitely going to be like.
Speak it.
Going to be whatchamacallit, Chris. I love Plinko. See, I told you everybody loves that game.
That's so funny. Texas versus Notre Dame, or Ohio State versus Notre Dame. You know, either way. So listen. So each conference gets $14 million for this game alone. Right?
Wow, okay.
So right now, Texas has a $14 million check for the SEC, because they're in the SEC now. Ohio State gets a $14 million check for the Big Ten.
Okay.
Notre Dame gets a $14 million check for Notre Dame because they're independent, so they get all the money. It's all theirs, so they don't have to share it with their whole entire conference.
Oh, that's good, I guess.
Now they're in the national championship. They get $20 more million.
Wow.
And then whoever wins this game gets $20 million for their conference. So the SEC will get $20 million overall.
Mm-hmm.
And there's 12 teams, so they each get like a little under $1 million.
Yeah.
Notre Dame gets it all, so they get a $20 million check because they're in the national championship.
Huh.
Isn't that crazy to think about? How much money they're gonna have to put in to the NIL deals and stuff. They should literally be the greatest college team ever from this run right here. They should be able to buy any athlete they want. All their games are televised. they set their own schedule so they don't have a championship game in their conference because there is none.
Mm-hmm.
They set their own schedule so they can make their schedule as weak or strong as they want.
Yeah.
And I mean, literally, they could just play like small schools, and obviously people don't care as long as it's an undefeated school.
Mm-hmm.
And they could have the best players. They just pay all of them huge money. The best athletes, like, oh, you're the number one quarterback coming out of school. I'll give you $2 million.
Huh.
Like, oh shit, really? Yep, come play. Oh, you're the best offensive lineman. Oh, you're the best defensive lineman. And the more they win, the more money they get.
Mm-hmm.
The more they can just put it back in. So I always thought BYU should also be independent, and I think they used to be for a while. But in reality, if you're independent, like Alabama should just go independent, or then they just get all that money themselves.
Yeah.
Like, we're independent. We don't have to play Georgia anymore every freaking championship game.
They're back with that 4-way fight with these ladies, by the way, for the wrestling match. It's Bianca, Bailey, Quitter Pace, Naomi Person, and the old champion, Nia Jax.
Something's wrong.
Chris says lineup for Houston Rodeo is up. Old Reba McEntire is opening up the show. Hopefully she sings Whoever Is in New England. Fucking banger song. Bronson says, Drew says he knows which games are easier to win and which ones are harder to win. He says as long as somebody wins, that's all he cares about. Well, I would hope he would know what was going on his own game show, right, Bronson? Like, well, hopefully he knows which games, but he wouldn't tell anybody. Chris says also people losing their shit about rodeo because the Hispanic night, there is a band by the name of Grupo Frontera. It's all hype BS. They think they will break record attendance held by Selena. What the fuck ever? Fuck that. Bronson says, Drew said whoever wins each game, no matter how hard it is, that's all he cares about. No matter which game it is, that's his favorite game of the day. Chris says they always make a big deal about the rodeo when it comes to Hispanic night. It's called Go Tejano Day because it's our style of music here in Texas, but the board only chooses Mexican bands, not Texas. That's weird and interesting. The size and power.
This is just dumb.
All of it.
So Bianca hasn't wrestled Naomi yet. In this. They've teamed together. So at some point, like right now, Bianca's going to have to break the pin.
Mm-hmm. But she won't, because Nia will just break it instead.
Well, I mean, at some point, though, right? And then they have to wrestle. There's an elbow drop. See? And then she saves Nia. Now, Bianca's up top. Poor Nia's done. She's got hit with 3 finishers. Look at all 3 of them are pinning her.
One person, he's like, one person, only one of you.
Who's coming down? Who is this? Who is this? There's a woman. Oh, it's
Oh.
How small Candace? She's tiny. Oh. Double Russian leg sweep. So it's 2-on-1, obviously. But now Bailey's out, so now what? Here it is. Bianca looks confused.
Let's have a fight, ladies. Just fight each other. It's fine. You both want the stuff. Naomi gonna do it. She gonna beat her ass.
Bianca up. Oh, goddamn. Poor Bailey.
Ooh.
Nia!
I caught her and then threw her ass in there.
Broke her back.
Ugh, gross.
Uh-oh. Bianca could win it right here. There's the spear. Is that enough? 1, 2. Nope, Bayley. Then Naomi's saving it. Is it Naomi or Naomi?
Nye.
It's Naomi, huh? Guess I've said it wrong my whole life.
I don't think it really matters anymore.
Hopefully she goes away and I never have to say it again. Oh! Samoan drop. Look at that.
Bronson says at one point during The Price is Right, 3 contestants all spun the wheel and each contestant landed on $1. Each contestant won $1,000.
Perfect.
That's awesome. Then they had to have a spin-off. Chris says we are gaining momentum. Piccolo says, why don't they just hit each other? I thought Esther should make the first hit. I know, right? Just smack her in the face. Like, bitch, please.
Would we get...
You're the one that took out... You took out Jade, didn't you?
At the end of this? Or will Charlotte show up at the end of this?
I don't
feel like
know.
we could get
somebody. Does somebody should? Like, they need to have another, like, person?
I don't think they need to, personally, but they could. I'm just...
Chris is like, 15 minutes left. Come on, horns. Robbie says, yo, how you enjoying the women's matches? I don't know.
Okay.
Where'd you go?
This has been like an hour match.
Why did you leave? It's not very cool.
Esther just looks lost, too.
She's just not sure. She's like, should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I? Should I? Shouldn't I?
What's up with all the sunflowers everywhere? She can't even hold her hair back because she's like trying to. She's like doing this.
Uh-huh.
Because they're everywhere.
Yeah.
She had them in her hair, too, but they're gone. The big ones.
Oh, I see.
Uh-oh, here it comes. Oh, she's got one still. See it?
Oh, yep.
Uh-oh, but look.
Oh, no.
Candace has got one of those weird bodysuits that goes down and buttons in your crotch on.
Oh, does she?
Yeah, that's weird. Those are so weird to me.
I think it's weird that they brought them back. That's even more creepy.
When I was in junior high, some of the girls that were looked older, whatever.
Yeah.
More mature. I loved those fucking
Oh,
things.
taking advantage of her bestie.
1, 2, 3.
Of course she does.
Well, it's better Bayley than Naomi.
Right? What's funny is that they're supposed to be friends.
Really?
Yeah, they're like besties. She was the one that had Naomi, get Belair to let her into their group.
Oh.
Bronson says, oh no, I'm sorry. 3 contestants spent $1 and they all won $10,000, which is $30. It was big money week. 2 of the contestants spent $1 again and won $25 each, which is $50. Ah, well, yeah, well, there you go. That's even better, huh? Robbie says I was on the phone to a mate at this time of the night.
Dear Lord.
What the fuck? Is he
You have to
okay? Hopefully
bail
your
him
mate's
out.
alright. Usually they only call late when something's wrong.
You have to bail them out.
Right? Pico's like, yay, winner, chicken dinner. He loves Bayley. Robbie should love Bayley. Robbie's like, Essa's all hype, nothing special. Bayley looks fucked, lol. Like, fuck a bowl? Or, because I know how much you love her. Bronson says 30 plus 50 equals 80. It was the most money spent at the wheel during The Price is Right. Oh, that's cool. They made history. God damn, Jimmy's like, I put on some weight. It's fine, though.
Oh my god.
He's like,
My
I
wife's
aged.
back.
Look at how much he aged. He aged like 20 fucking years.
His wife's back.
Good God. Robbie's like, it's all about Bayley. Ew.
Ew.
Gross.
Why is he on my TV?
This guy. Ugh. Nobody. This guy. What kind of chats are you sending me?
Oh, nothing. Just the cat right now. His arms like,
He's all like, "Meh." He's like, I am stretched out, having a good time. He's like, I'm so warm, it's so lovely.
No ye.
Oh,
Look at that pump fake.
I hate that person. He's so annoying.
He said Mello don't miss. He's like, with all those bricks, you could build a house.
Jeez Louise. Ah.
Up next? What
Not the next.
fuck? Oh my god, that match went that long?
It did. It went pretty long.
They went like a half hour.
They did. They went a half hour.
Uh-oh, what's this about? California? Did they even do this for when those floods happened? And
They might have, like, a smidge, but nothing like what they're probably going to do for these dumb assholes. No thanks.
oh no, I'm not gonna help the Red Cross. I'll help.
I will not put money towards the Red Cross in any way, ever.
And just know the Mormon churches, they're spending millions.
Mm-hmm.
And they
I'm
won't
sure
care.
they are.
They're godless. They don't give a shit about anything over there.
Oh no, that's why it's on fire.
No, it's not.
That's why. It's because they're godless.
They're like God's like Sodom. You ever heard of brimstone?
Don't look back. He'll turn into a pillar of salt.
Hey, wait till the fires are done. The earthquake hits. Can you imagine? There wouldn't even be any fucking like local like rescue people. Everybody be gone. They'd be like, did it just fall into a hole?
Robbie's like, it's all about Bailey. Nah, just a casual chat. And Pico says, yeah, I need to hit up some friends in the Snowmageddon going on. Yeah. We didn't hear from Walter tonight, so hopefully he's okay. Robbie says, Bailey has been in a high, intense match course. She's looking fucked, D. Oh, is she? Has she? No. Why does everything have to be about sex on the brain for you, D? Who said anything about... Oh, because I said you like her? Jesus, dude. Bronson's like, there is a game called Gas Money on The Price is Right. If the game is played correctly, the contestant will win a brand new car plus $10,000. That money can be used for gas money and insurance money. Well, there you go. They're really trying their hardest to get people to like cottage cheese, aren't they?
So what would happen?
No, I don't want to know. With what? Cottage cheese?
The big.
I'm so hungry.
If the big happened, this would break, right? Then this would fill up that all the way down into here.
Yes.
And then this. And so, obviously, it could go as far as down here.
Yes.
Doubt it would, but it could. Or vice versa, this could go that way. But you notice how it would change the landscape, as this would all be still there. And this would still be there, but there would be that, and then all this would be oceanfront. And this is nothing right now. Be kind of cool.
Yeah, it'd be interesting for sure. Rob, is that Cody gonna fight tonight? What? He is? When? Oh, yeah.
Next.
Got it.
He's like, watching the show. So they said that they can't use the... Well, they're using the ocean water anyways, but they can't use the ocean water because if they do, the salt can dry out the plants for the next fire. Like, your science is...
So they're like, we're not going to utilize this.
We don't want to put this fire
because
out
the fire that's happening now
isn't as important as the next one.
Isn't as important as making sure the next one doesn't happen with all the vegetation that's now on fire and done.
Are you getting too hot? Is that what you think?
He might be. He can. They can get warm. I was like, but you would be a criminal to kick Bailey out of bed. Well, I'd kick her out of my bed because I don't want her sleeping there. Dumb bitch.
I mean, as long as she doesn't eat anything. She looks like she eats a lot.
I don't want her anywhere near my bed.
Uh-oh. Oh! Luck.
You can have her. You and Piccola can definitely have her in your beds.
You guys can share 1 week in America, 1 week in Europe. Sorry, Naya, but it's Tiffany time.
Tiffy. Good for you growing up. Yeah. Feels like, hey, so did you happen to see another lawsuit is being alleged on 14 counts towards Fox and Skip Bayless?
About that broad, that, I can't say her name, Trey or Ty or Teo, the one with the big boobs. She's like, she slept with everybody.
Where? Who is she?
She's on Fox.
She's a Fox commentator?
Joy. Her name's Joy. Literally, she brought joy to every man in Fox.
Oh, I think I know. I saw somebody talking about that. Bronson says there is a game called Hot Seat. A contestant can win
Allegedly.
Right.
I didn't hear that from Trust Me Bro yet. I need to check with my sources, but Trust Me Bro said that... I'll call him up.
Alright. Bronson says there is a game called Hot Seat. A contestant can win up to $20,000. They slide a contestant in front of an item. If the price is higher, they'll hit red. If the price is lower, they'll hit blue. Nice. Piccola says, I just clicked on it and read the report. Ooh, not the report, Piccola. Robbie says, oh, D, just because you're an Nia and Esta fan, Bayley should win, but Tiffany will get the push. Well, Tiffany is young and Bayley's old. It's fine. Feels like Joy Taylor. Nah, it's a hairstylist.
What? Yeah, the hairstylist. And Joy Taylor's the one that told her to, like, shut up and deal with it. And the hairstylist is the one that told on her for sleeping with everybody.
Oh.
Well, she's like, yeah, but she sleeps
But
with
the allegations
are from the hairstylist.
14 counts are the hairstylist?
Yes. Well,
So
I don't know about
she's
that,
the one that's in the lawsuit telling people that these things happened?
Yeah. That Joy
she's saying that Joy did it, not her. How is that even possible? How can you bring up a lawsuit about something if you're not the victim in the situation?
She's the victim.
Oh, so the
Joy
hairstylist
is fucking
is the victim.
people, by the way.
So she's still doing it.
Yeah, so I'm the victim, something's happening to me, and Joy came up to me and said I should just deal with it. And she's fucking everybody. I don't understand it.
Oh, so the hairstylist is saying that she was Me Too'd.
What's happening with the hairstylist? Other than she's the one that is filing all the lawsuits for whatever, because Joy told her to deal with it. Like, forget, like, just be a man and deal with it.
Right.
However you would word that.
Right. Well, I mean,
I don't know what the Me Too thing.
What I am understanding is that Joy Taylor did whatever she's doing, but she's not putting lawsuits and allegations. Nobody.
No.
She's not doing anything.
No, she's too busy just fucking.
She's just doing her thing.
Right.
But this hairstylist was like, these guys are hitting on me, or they wanted me to do this Me Too crap. Mm-hmm. Allegedly, they did all this stuff.
Right.
So she went to Joy to complain about it, and Joy said, fuck off, bitch. Like, grow up. Like get a fucking life. Like, you're a woman that's nice looking. Deal with it.
Right. Guys are going to be
And
interested.
so she took offense to that.
Yes.
And decided to do a lawsuit against all these people with these alleged allegations because Joy didn't back her up. And be all women on women's side.
Right.
Because Joy said, yeah, fuck off. And did her own thing. Yeah. So basically, the hairstylist is probably a liar. And allegations are what ruin people's lives. And it sounds to me that's all she wants to do. I don't believe any of these women. Like, at first, I don't believe any of them. Because time and time again, it gets proven, guess what? You're not a whistleblower. You're just making up shit to try to get money. And it's gross. And you make it hard for the women that actually have shit happen to them to want to come forward because you're making a mockery of all of it. And it's gross. That's gross. Silly. Anyways, let's see. Robbie said Solo back next week. Don't forget to set your DVR for that. Bronson says game shows have colorful sets. They do. Bronson, I'm sure it makes people happy. I mean, you'd have to have it exciting, right? Piccolo says, you know what I missed? My mom and I would binge on Ellen's Game of Games. That game show was hilarious. I don't think I've ever seen that one, but that's cool.
Ellen DeGenerate?
I guess. Piccolo says, correct, D. She wants her pay. Yeah, Joy is a skeeza. Even if she is, right? I don't give a shit. If she wants to fuck every man in her vicinity to get whatever she wants, the fact that she's not coming around to the back door and crying about it, that she's a victim of being raped or, oh, they hit on me and they made me do it kind of shit, I totally respect her. Fuck it. Like, you know what? Those men do that shit all the time. What difference does it make? What difference does it make? Is she sexually harassing them? Probably not. Like, it does not matter to me one fucking bit. Like, not even a little. I don't care how much skeezing she does. But another person having a meltdown because this woman didn't back her up in the women field is like, bitch, please. Like, get in your own goddamn lane. Like, if you have a fucking problem, then you have your problem over there. Leave me the fuck out of your problem. That's how I'd feel too. Right. Like, fuck you, bitch. If you can't handle it, get the fuck out of the game. Like, literally, if you can't handle that kind of shit, you should not be in that type of world at all. Because you know it's going to happen no matter what. That type of world, anything that has to do with celebrities or media or on the air or people that are high up in any of that kind of stuff, that shit's going to happen. And if you're too stupid to not get yourself out of it, then I don't know what to tell you. Like, you unfortunately have brought it upon yourself. You have the choice to leave. You have the choice to say no. Whether or not it's going to ruin me, then find something else to do with your life. Well, that's my dream. Well, it must not be what you should be doing. If that's what you have to deal with and you're hurt by it, then you should probably not be doing it. That's it. Let's see, Robbie said, what did the hairstylist do? I'm lost. I don't know. She supposedly, was in some precarious position of Me Too'd and now she cried to some lady who was fucking everybody in the vicinity and thought that she'd be on her side, but she told her to buck up and get some balls, and she took offense, and now she's complaining and allegation against everybody that she was abused. Who knows? What?
Tacos. Box of tacos.
Chris says, yeah, I feel like some women like Bliss are tough. Like, I'm sure she's been hit on countless times and had to do sexual things for Vince, but she's not over here crying like other women's wrestlers. And Chris, I'm going to tell you this much. Those kind of women, they hopefully, because most of them don't. Like, I look at Liv and Bliss are people that have daddy issues and they have very low self-confidence about themselves. But those women that don't have that confidence issues, whether or not you're being hit on, you aren't going to do fucking sexual shit for anybody, no matter what. You will take your bumps and bruises, and you will fucking work from the bottom up and work your way and make sure that you're indispensable in different ways because that's what you want to do with your life. Not because you can spread your legs or suck a dick. I don't care. Like, that's bullshit. These women fucking, oh, it's the only way I was ever going to get ahead. Oh, stop it. Stop it. Fucking stop. I hate that shit. I hate it. I hate that victim mentality that they have. Chris says, speaking of, Vince won the case, breaking news. Well, he won by it being all dropped.
It wasn't dropped. They couldn't find any evidence.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, there's no case to... I mean, he
Yeah.
won by it just not happening.
Right.
Like, he won because there was nothing there that they tried to portray happened. It just never happened. Now she looks like a dumbass, and I'm glad.
That's a different thing.
All of it's the same thing. All of it's the same. All of it. Rob is like, Bliss, what value does it have getting her back? Nothing. She's so old. She's better off just staying at home having babies at this point.
Yeah, I think she already lost her butt. So she's going to be a buttless girl out there looking like Meat Chim.
I don't even know if she'd be able to do that. Bronson says, I don't care for Jack and Jill, but I will say I found it funny when Adam Sandler, as Jill was on The Price is Right, went to spin the wheel and ended up hitting his head from trying to spin the wheel.
That's funny.
Bronson says, The Price is Right scene from Jack and Jill is the only funny scene in it. The rest of the movie is all garbage. That's funny.
I guess I don't remember that.
Oh, that movie is really
I've
weird.
seen it. I just don't remember The Price is Right being on there.
You know what's funny about it, though, is the fact that that's on there, right? And he also had the Bob Barker scene in Happy Gilmore.
Mm-hmm.
It's so funny that they're like, all right, you want to do both? He's like, sure, I so want to. Robbie says, these women in WWE, a lot of them are just there to flash the gash because who is watching them for wrestling? They will leave soon to do OF and Pornhub 100. Well, the thing of it is half of them don't have wrestling talent, so what do they have? They can't talk. Some of them are pretty. Some of them can wrestle. But not all of them are like the package of they can wrestle, they can promo, and they're pretty. It's kind of rare. And some of them can make it that way by any means. They have to work at it. And if they never show improvement, you know, like, people get all upset, you know, when you're like, oh, I don't know.
Hello. Sorry about that.
Oh, is yours working?
Well, I just turned it back on, which you could do,
mine's
but
not working.
well, you're not holding the button on it. But
I held it long.
it still needs to be plugged in.
I know, mine's not working at all.
Yeah, got Jacob Fatu. Oh no, we're gonna have to leave. Our audio's not working.
Oh no.
Oh, so are we just on one side then of your audio? Like, can you only hear us on one side of your earphones?
Oh, Peoples, I can hear you now. You've been mute for a good 5 minutes.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh, good. That's probably good. Just over here talking away. Don't mind me. Okay, I turned it on again, so it should be working.
Awesome.
Okay, you guys, it might be a little muffled because our mics are going to be kind of lower than us.
Maybe we should order a couple longer.
Yeah, that work with it.
Mm-hmm. Maybe some 3-footers.
Yeah.
8-yard pick up there by Texas. Sorry, we were just talking about the Texas game anyways, and Cody coming down.
Yeah.
And some Naomi garbage.
We were talking about the women who last 6 to 8 years and stuff like that, because the last stuff they heard was the Jack and Jill stuff.
I mean, to be into it for 68 years, you're talking about like Mae Young, the Fabulous Moolah.
They could last longer than
68 years.
6 to 8 years.
I know.
Fuck.
But they were. Oh, instead of having fun. Cool.
What? So now you can't talk about Mae Young?
Mm-mm.
The 4 Horsewomen?
What about 4 Horsewomen?
Now you're going to have a meltdown.
You're
Good
melting.
job. Like the 4 Horsewomen lasted longer than a lot of girls did.
I know, we already had this discussion.
Yes, but nobody heard it.
I know. And all I said is 3 of them are still around. Actually, all 4 of them are still around since Becky just signed the contract. But one of them is in a different company because she quit.
Yeah.
But Naomi's already been here for 8 years. Esther's working her way up to that. I'm trying to think of some of the other girls that are getting close to that mark. Has there anybody been around longer than the 4 Horsewomen besides
Natalia?
I mean, Bliss, if she shows back up, but she left for a while.
Yeah.
The Bella, if she comes back.
Yeah, but she's been gone for a while.
But that's it. I think the other one, they just outlasted everybody else. I mean, Paige is still on AEW. She was the first wave of that group coming out of NXT.
Yeah, but she's not in WWE, so she doesn't count.
Oh, okay. Well, then Sasha doesn't count.
No, she doesn't.
I didn't know we were talking about just WWE.
I'm talking about, like, counting of them being in WWE. Like,
right.
Lasted longer in WWE. Gonna stay. Are any of the women that are coming up are gonna stay longer or as long as some of the 4 Horsewomen? I think the longest reigning one at this point is Charlotte. That's been around.
Well, they all, like Charlotte and Becky came up at the same time with Bayley. But yeah, I mean, out of those girls, Natalia's the longest. And then after that, there's just no one that's even close to the 4 Horsewomen.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any ladies that we've seen that are still around that I remember kind of seeing back in, you know?
At that beginning, at the turn there, about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
years ago.
Or more, yeah.
None of these girls. I mean, you had Fox was still around at that time, the Alicia Fox.
I guess Carmella.
Carmella's
was
older.
Still around.
Mm-hmm.
So she was there. But she might have just started, though, too.
I think she came right after the 4 Horsewomen.
Really?
Yeah.
You think she was there after?
I think so.
Quitterface and Char and them? I guess. I didn't think that...
But she's not wrestling either, so I can't.
Yeah.
That's the other hard part, I mean, if she comes back, has she been there the whole time? Or would you say she came back?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Like if Fox came back right now, Alicia Fox, would you say... Fox, there's a pass interference. Texas is going to have the ball like on the 1.
Mm-hmm.
But it's half the distance. Anyways, are you going to say that they left way too much time for Ohio State, though?
Oh, yeah.
If they score a touchdown. Anyways, are you going to say that, Vivica Fox, or not Vivica, whatever her name is, Alicia Fox, has she been here the longest but she just came back? That's like saying, well, Trish Stratus has been here the longest because she wrestles once a year.
I just don't really consider it because I think that once they're just not there, they're not full-time anymore.
Right.
So and once you're not full-time, I don't think that you are part of it anymore.
Right. So Bliss is gone.
Yeah, so I would consider her not a long reign.
Carmella's gone.
Because she's gone. And the possibility of not coming back. Just because they say they might doesn't mean they will.
Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
Another pass interference. Well, Texas is getting a lot of help here.
Either that or Ohio State's just getting their antsy pants on.
Some ants in their pants.
Ants in their pants. Ants in their pants.
Oh, just on one count.
Oh, let's see. Chris said only 7 minutes left, and you're like, no, there's a lot of game left. And Pico says, I bet Bianca could stay for a good 15 years.
Yeah, except for she's already 34.
Yeah, she's already up there in years, Piccola, and she's only...
If she was 25...
They pushed her pretty quick into the championship and stuff, which is good, but at the same time, now they're using her for something else, which is bad.
She's Charlotte's age. And so, yeah, she hasn't been as long as Charlotte, but is she going to want to have kids? You know, is she going to want to do anything family-wise or anything else?
Because we know that Ford has kids from, I think, a previous situation, but she doesn't have kids of her own.
And is she going to want some?
Right. Bronson says there's a clip of Bob Barker hosting The Price is Right on a TV in a scene from I Now Pronounce You, Chuck and Larry. Nice. Robbie says some of the ones I've seen on NXT, they can't even do the basics and only good for OF and Pornhubs. Ew. Robbie says Bob Barker, he was good on that show. They can hear us now. Okay, Pico said that, and then he went, it sounds okay, it's alright, laughing. And then Robbie says all four never really did much together. And Pico says, yeah, what's her face was here a while, yeah, Carmella. And then Robbie says, if all four were in a faction, they would be some force to be reckoned with. Pico says, I remember she was Queen of Staten Island, Carmella. Yeah. Did you know that Arn Anderson argued backstage with Alicia since she was drunk and trying to work a match?
Oh, Lord.
That's crazy. And no, I didn't know any of that. Robbie says, I remember when Arn Anderson slipped on AEW and Dee laughed at it. I would never laugh at old people falling down.
He, fell
I would laugh at you falling down, Robbie, just so you know. I would probably laugh and then ask you if you were okay.
Interference. You could throw the flag there. They might want to put in Peyton Manning here, or whatever his name is. Little Manning. Because it's 4th and goal, and number 3 isn't getting it done. At least Manning can run. If they don't get this right here, they have to get a touchdown on this play or a pass interference. Some sort of penalty. Piccola.
Oh, it happened, and we all laughed. I thought we did, but, hey.
No, sack.
Cody thinks he's going to do something.
Oh, my God! He fumbled it.
It's okay, Chris. Calm down. It's okay. It's okay, Chris. It's okay, Chris. It's going to be okay, buddy. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
Hey, what's the worst thing that can happen right now?
Ohio
My quarterback just drops it.
Travis is not going to be watching the next game, by the way. He predicted earlier today that if Ohio State won tonight, they were just going to win it all, and he was not happy about it. He's very angry. He is not a happy camper.
What'd I say? Put in Manning, and what did the coach do?
Not.
He didn't put in Manning.
And so now he made a mistake.
Ewers fumbles it.
Ewers.
His name's Ewers.
Ewers. Ew, David. Ew.
Yeah, David.
Robbie says, oh, laughing. D, of course you would laugh at me. Oh, you all over, Dave. Well, of course. Feels like probably not. Yeah, Buckeyes are booty. Travis hates them.
I don't like them. But I did want them to win their last game. Because I didn't like Oregon. But, I will tell you this. It's during the presidential inauguration. It's on that Monday, and Monday Night Raw is going to be on. So there's like a 99% chance I'm going to be watching that during Raw because Raw's on. And we all know what that means.
Get him out of there. Get the Dakota Cutter.
We'll
go get him, he says.
If Raw's on, we need to watch.
Don't break
that.
your toe.
Holy crap! The two-way head over heels, or heels over head.
All the whores of heads. I mean, what?
Heels over heads.
Chris says, "Fuck off, motherfucker!
Oh.
Can't even run the ball in the end zone. BS game." Oh no! Kevin came down and Cody's gonna lose it for him.
Yep. Cody's too busy. Left Jimmy all by himself. All by myself. You know, hopefully.
Get him! Pin him real quick!
Do you think his brother will show up?
That'd be cool, but I don't. Robbie's like, I thought you would be all over the Buckeye.
Ew.
That sounds disgusting, Robbie. Why are you so gross?
That's a piece of food. It's like a nut.
It looks like they have marijuana leaves all over their helmets.
Right.
Even though it's not, but it looks like it from afar. When you get up close, you're like, oh, it's not. But from afar...
They got weed. Got that silver weed.
Oh no, poor Jim.
Yeah, we'll check it.
Where's Sammy? Where's the Sam man?
Ew.
Sammy
Forgot
needs to
about
come out and
Sammy.
be like, you can do it.
You can do it. Oh, Tiffany Stratton off the top. Oh wait, that's Jacob for 2. It's over. The Tiny Toggin and Jacob for 2.
He goes, as always next year, dang it, Longhorns. Chris is like, well, go Astros, 2025 World Series champs, LOL. Robbie says, LOL, you have a strange way of thinking, D. What? No, I would never think weird. My brain thinks just fine. What's your problem? Just like, because we all know Texans ain't doing shit.
This shit's still happening.
Yeah, it's happening still. And Pico's like, ooh, pop-up pile driver perhaps. And Robbie's like, Kevin, go on, my son. Hit
Here
him
it
and
comes.
kiss her.
Pile driver through
Do
the
it.
table.
Oh.
Oh no, Cody!
Kick his ass. Everybody kick their buttholes.
If Cody can't beat up an old fat guy,
Not the old
he
fat guy.
doesn't deserve to
beating
be
him up.
champion anyways, in my book. Spare!
Oh, God.
Oh, Kevin.
Why would he put his arm out?
Don't turn.
What a dumb
You fall
asshole.
on your back for that. You don't turn.
He's like, let me put my arm out to break my fall. Dumbass.
Don't ever do that.
What a stupid asshole.
Ray Phoenix.
Yeah. Robbie's like, chip too. We've all been scarred.
Oh
We've
my
all been
God.
scarred. Elbows going out of places.
If he does not have a separated shoulder, I would be surprised.
Pico's like, well, instead they run into the tables and tables lose again. I know, those poor tables.
Do you think they, like, just throw them away in the garbage can out back?
What I know. Cat's like, I am not
Or do you
awake,
think
sir.
they try to sell them?
He's like, I can't. Oh, God, he fell. You're so mean. Why didn't you pick him up?
I didn't have any hands.
Oh, good, it's over. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Watch stupid Smackdown and 3 hours of garbage shit. Wasn't worth my time, effort, or liking. Anyways, there's nothing on this weekend of wrestling that I know of, or any other sports stuff. So we'll be back again on Monday for Raw. Don't forget that crap will be on Nutty Flexi. All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Really appreciate it. You guys have a great weekend. Be safe, make good choices, and